It is Tuesday. It's from the barracks. Those two were late. Don't let them even think otherwise that they were
Mine has been stuck. No, I was here.
No proof.
Mine said connecting, and it kept spinning.
You have
I'm gonna
zero
start taking
proof
screen
that
caps.
any of us were late? Nope.
I'm gonna
I
start
was
taking
here.
screen caps. That's how it is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is
I was
Tuesday
here.
from the barracks. It's Joker from Players One, and with me is the man, the myth, the legend of the shortest stature but biggest heart, Greg Paparisi from Dead End Outfitters. And down below, the man with the hawk, the king of the high kappas, Virchew from Crucible. Good evening, gentlemen. How's everybody doing today?
I figured I would start off by getting you demonetized with my back right away.
And that worked immediately. All right, so we have a lot of cool stuff to talk about tonight. We're going to be talking a little bit. What is my? There we go. We're going to be talking a lot about Stonebreaker, a little bit about Stonebreaker. None of us were there for it, so we really don't have too much insight. We're just going to show some really good, cool videos that we saw from there, and go over some of that stuff. Some really good plays, I got to say. We're going to talk about banned weapons. Are they worth it to bring to for an event to accept them? We're going to talk a little bit about Wasteland 13.5. If Wiener could get his butt on there, he'll have some announcements about dominance, and then we'll end up with Joker Nap Time, otherwise known as Tech Time with Sin and Papa, or Virchew and Papa. All right, guys. So, how was everybody's week?
Intense.
You're intense. That's good. I mean, Damien got his surgery yesterday, and the kid was generally pissed off that it was not a big deal. He was so mad because he worked himself up so much. He was mad when it wasn't that big of a deal. I was amused. I still think it's one of the funniest things I saw in a while, where he's all, "What are you pissed off about?" He goes, "It's not that big of a deal." What do you mean? It doesn't hurt. It was never. So, what about you, Papa? You had something that you did, right?
I'm actually sitting here when the bombs are going to start dropping, and Sin's going to have to hide under his desk. What's going on? Where are you at? Why is it so dark? He's not paying any attention.
Because I honestly didn't notice.
I
literally have
Let there be light.
I literally have a light shining in my face. I didn't even notice.
It was fantastic. Absolutely wonderful. So,
what's up, Bangum?
What did I have?
What's up, Aaron?
I'm ready. My week was annoying. I can't read his shirt. I'm both blind, small.
I lost your girlfriend's number. Can you have her call me?
Wow. All right then. So again, I bonded two people in holy matrimony. So it was actually fantastic. It's a wonderful weekend. I unfortunately did not get to take place in the honeymoon. Despite my act. I tried. I begged, pleaded, cried, paid, all kinds of stuff. Just nothing.
I tried my damnedest. It didn't work.
It was actually an awesome event. The wedding went great. Everything went great. For the most part, the weather cooperated right up until like the end, and then the skies turned black, and time to go. So
Hey, what's up,
yeah,
Stillwell? What's up, Jay?
And then we're officially in a new spot. So
yes. Your lighting is a little weird there. Yeah. No, his Papa's lighting. It's not as good as the other place. What's up, Michael? How you doing?
Not as good as the other place. I have it's 3, 4, 5, 6 overhead LED light. I'm blind.
Yeah, but they're aiming down. Yeah, they're aiming down at you, and the camera's aiming at you. So the top of your head's really well lit.
So if I go like this and show that giant forehead I'm developing, get good reflection.
Yeah. It's
Here, wait,
the directional.
Let me try something.
I did
Free to
go
talk amongst
see.
yourselves.
I saw the new Batman movie this week, and
How'd you like it?
as much as I hate to say the following sentence, it was fucking phenomenal.
It was a really good movie, and I'm
Like-
sure everybody's like, "Why are you guys doing all this small talk? Why are you guys talking about non-airsoft stuff?" So that way people can come on. So if you're wondering what's going on, don't worry, we'll jump into it in a minute.
Yeah, we like to kill it all the time. But no, I watched, like, I'm not going to lie. I had my reservations because of Sparkly Boy.
He did good. He did real
nailed
good.
it. Like, it was an actual Batman movie where Batman was actually being a detective.
Mm-hmm.
And it was brilliant. His untrimmed nose hairs.
Rob
Better?
Winger, untread nose hairs. A little bit better.
Hang on.
Did you get a different camera?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Did you get a different camera?
No, why is it bad? Is it? It's terrible.
It's weird. It's really.
It's if do yourself a favor, check
Hang
this
on.
stream like at the beginning of it.
Hang on.
Yeah, and you got the waviness. See,
Yeah,
There's
it's still like a distortion waving through you. It's so weird.
Oh, yeah.
Are
You know
sure?
what? I saw that before.
it's probably the hertz of the
it was
lights
just-
that are above you.
That
Are
could
you?
be it.
You have
No wonder
yeah.
I keep vomiting on my desk. It's weird.
Thought it was the cocaine. No spoilers. Haven't seen it yet. Go see it, man. Seriously.
It's
Isn't
good.
it?
I'm gonna
It's
see,
year one, right? Isn't it? It's basically year one, isn't it?
No,
No,
He
the
was-
story the storyline is supposed to be. It's basically year 2 of Batman existing.
Okay, it's not year one. All right, okay. So
It's
he's
not year
kind
one.
of got his feet under him at this point. Got it.
yeah. And there's a deleted scene
Cool.
that after you see the movie, you need to go watch. That deleted scene was awesome as hell.
Yeah, and they didn't show his parents getting killed again because
Why?
we needed to see that again. Apparently, but they didn't do it. Which
Just in case you forgot who he is. And
I appreciate it. Yeah, they didn't go into like the whole origin story. Like, it didn't need it. Like, you don't
Batman,
know who
we get
Batman
it.
is. You live on an
Move on.
island in the middle of the fucking Pacific and don't know what a TV is if you don't know who Batman is at this point.
I'm gonna see.
For those of you that were waiting for it to happen, I'm eating.
I'm gonna actually see Morbius on Thursday. But with all that nonsense aside, let's jump right into Stonebreaker. So the reports coming out of Stonebreaker was it was a really fun event. Evidently, there was some stuff that went on out there, a little bit of spiciness. But a funny thing that came up, I just want to clear this up real quick, was that I was asked several times, "Are you boycotting TCA events?" Because I didn't go to Stonebreaker. And I was like, no, I'm not boycotting those TCA events. I'm always going to go to TCA events when I can. It was just bad timing this year. In fact, if things didn't go the way they did with the coronavirus, most of us will be on a boat in 3 days, going out to do an airsoft cruise. The plan was to do an airsoft cruise. So we said, all right, I said I'm not going to go to a major event before a cruise. So I chose to do 13.5, which I wasn't even at either because of weather and other stuff with Damien. So it's going to be available in 5 movies when I go to Hawaii in May. So I'm saving up for the flight. Yeah, it's a good movie. It'll kill some time. But so with that being said, I was eagerly waiting to see video coming out of the event. We were going through. We're waiting, and boy, did some good stuff come out. So,
But who won? Who won?
who won?
That's the big
Western.
question.
We did.
Everybody wants to know
We
who
won. We won because we weren't there.
No, but we could talk about that, Sin. We can talk about that later. So, what I want to do is a little something special. I'm going to play 3 videos. All right, we're going to talk about each one separately. And I'm going to tell you which one that I've nominated to be the best video that I saw from there because the plays were fantastic. So I preloaded these. Hopefully everybody else can see them without the pausing or the juddering that has happened in the past. So let's go ahead and start with this one first. This was probably one of the best. It's from Trent. Hit the tags in there. I can't see it on this, so here we go.
Alright, where's your bandage at? Right here. So I got my legs on it. Just break that first. That's your arm? Yeah. Thank you. Hey! You
Am I the only one that was choppy for, by the way?
It was smooth for me.
Was it?
Anybody else have?
Yeah.
I had some choppiness with it.
That play.
That
Which
play.
means
Watched him prep.
I didn't know what it
and
was.
ready the
I
pistol.
would.
What's that?
That was
It's
pretty
a
funny.
pr-
I was gonna say if I didn't know what was coming, I wouldn't have known to watch. Like I wouldn't know what I missed. Nope.
Yeah, they watched
So-
him prep the pistol.
I watched him prep the pistol. Hold on, I got to pull this up on my other thing because I got to show the look on this one dude's face, which is classic because he's literally, there's that one tan dude that's literally got that WTF, what are you doing look to it, like just what are you doing, and he's like, do. Oh God, yeah, there we go.
Alright, where's your bandage at? Right here.
This guy that's walking up right now.
So I got my legs on it. Just break that first.
That dude right there walking up.
Yeah.
Wait till he puts his head up. Like, look at that look. He's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
It's like, doesn't say, buddy, why are you medicating the enemy team? He doesn't say anything. He just looks up, looks down, looks up, looks down.
Like, is this really going on? And this dude in green is already laughing his ass off, which I give him mad props. So it was just a great freaking play where the guy came over and grabbed him to medic him. If that's a legal play in TCA rules, you medic him. But if I would have been this dude right here, the guy that's like looking at the screen right now,
Who knows that there's something wrong? Yeah.
he's knowing this. He's got to know something's wrong, and he still shoots like 6 people. That's the like awesome thing about it. He shoots 6 people. The guy that medics him, this dude looking at the camera, and the guys on the wall. Well played, Trentino. Well played.
So let me ask you. Is his green uniform kind of faded or?
No, you
No.
can see it's from his arm. It's clearly freaking M81. Hold on, bring him over. That you passed it, but yeah, he's wearing M81, not multicam.
Trying to get to. There you go. Yeah,
There's the
see.
sleeve.
Yeah, that's dark. That's dark.
Wow.
But look,
Wow.
I would love to say that, maybe it was just like a mix up in camo patterns, but do you know how many times that I've been medicked by enemy players wearing a blatantly different color than them? I mean, it happens. Players are in the mood, like, I want to do some awesome.
Wait, is it
I
Tiger
wanna-
Stripe? I thought it was. Yeah, he's right. It's Tiger Stripe. Either way, it's clearly green.
Well played. Trenton, you earned some hood rat shit stuff right there, man. You earned yourself a regular hood rat shit patch. So that was a really good play. Really awesome. I love the play that you did. We need more stuff like that. We need more videos like that. And his laugh is just infectious. He's laughing as he's getting his arm popped because he knows about what's about to happen.
So wrong. So wrong, but so right.
That's not the Trenton video?
That's what the name says on it.
That should be the Trenton video. I pulled it right off of. I talked to the dude. The hell? All right. Give me a second, guys. Let me pull it up because I need to correct it if I'm wrong, but I'm 99% sure I was right. I checked it like 3 times. Anyways, talking about the actual clip like that, what do you all think about when somebody medics the enemy, an enemy teammate?
They didn't even disarm him first. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
shit! I did reverse it. Fuck. Ugh. It's Dr. Drool, guys. I'm sorry. How the hell did that get messed up?
What?
All right. That's Dr. Droll. The team name is going to be on the other video I have.
high class operation here, folks. Professionalism.
Oh my fucking
Absolutely.
god.
Joffrey.
You want that clean cut shit? Go somewhere else.
That's the dude.
Right here,
Joffrey.
we're rough.
It's Joffrey Fengens. Doctor. It's yeah. Shit. Well, I feel bad. But anyways, let me just pull.
Feel bad about what?
That I fucked up the credit. I mean, I'm gonna play the other dude's video too. Yeah, so it's Dr. Bull, CRU Airsoft from Minnesota. CRU Airsoft, Dr. Bull, that's the one that did that one. I should edit the other video, but we don't have time. Fuck. Anyways, that was actually a really awesome play.
On stream.
Huh?
I said it wouldn't be the first time you edited video on stream.
Won't be the last.
Sin and I can fill and just fill time.
Oh, wait a second.
That's my yummy sushi.
I have Trenton's name correct on his video. That's cool. So, yeah, that is Joffrey. I'm gonna butcher that last name. Something fierce.
It's Jeffrey, by the way. Just so if you
Joffrey,
help you out
Jeffrey.
There. Jeffrey. That's how you spell Jeffrey.
That is a version of Jeffrey, yes, but there's also people that go by Joffrey when they use that name. So, anyways, that was an awesome play. I believe that was. I think that was a pretty awesome play because it doesn't look like he tried to deceive anybody. It just happened. Yeah, I know. Ding, ding, ding on me. I'll send him a second patch. Then I'll make it up to him. That was. Well, I can understand night games. Night games, people get distorted, especially if they're wearing tinted masks and all that, or tinted goggles. They can sometimes screw up the color palette. I get that part, especially if they're wearing nods. They might not be able to tell. But that, out in the open, whole group, and the guy who really failed is the guy that looked up and down. All right. So, really great play, really awesome play. So now we're going to go to our second video. This one is tagged correctly.
Hit! Good shit, man. Hey, boy.
That was an excellent play.
I'm upset you didn't dub that with the Rocky music.
Could you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Did you guys see the
Yeah,
video?
we got you.
Yeah.
Oh, the video
Yeah.
played fine. Okay. No, everything froze on my end, so that's why I was waiting. Sorry. That was an excellent play. Also, he came. The only downside to that play was he shot the dead player that came walking around.
I don't think he pulled the trigger on him.
He did. You could hear it. He got him once. The only thing that guy needed, if he would have had an SMG and a grenade, his kill count would have been insane. I think he would have killed everybody.
Walk out spraying.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, look how many people were there that they weren't even facing that direction. It would have been an awesome kill spree. If you would have came out and tossed a grenade.
Yeah, okay. I didn't. He didn't pull the trigger on it.
It sounded like it's back to the tape. No, I didn't. You psycho. Oh, all right. Well, let's go back to the video. I'm gonna play it back again.
Honestly, if he'd have started from the outside in, he'd have got more kills.
That sounded like. Oh, okay. I heard a little tap. I thought he shot. My bad. Okay.
That shit, man. Hey, boy.
But you still got a hood rat
That
shit
was-
for that because as his description of it, he was probably sitting there for 10 minutes waiting for the moment to come out like that. That's like some epic. I'll let them all get stacked up. Let it get stacked up on that wall. That wall is death.
He probably came out though and got like all Tommy Boy on it. He got all like except because if he I would have done the same thing. I would have just started shooting everybody I could possibly shoot. A couple guys that were facing him, if he got them first, he would have everybody else. Because as they turned, he would have got him. But fantastic shot. I wouldn't have. I would have got less probably. I would all like shooting into the sky and shit. I would have.
No, it was a great push. Yeah, if you would have started with that one group that was right behind the first dude you shot when you came around that corner, got those guys first, and then you could have cleared off the entire line. Or if you would have launched a grenade at first and then come around with that SMG, just you would have, dude, your kill streak would have been intense. But
either way, it was a great play.
It was an awesome play,
absolutely.
awesome
Absolutely.
play. Now, I also want to preface this before I play the third video by saying that I didn't choose one particular side to pull their videos from. These are videos that just came up of stuff that was there that I thought were just awesome. So I didn't see anything from Tan. I wish there was a couple Tan. I went looking for them, couldn't find them. So if you guys are wondering, SMG builds already cart because of this. All the love, guys. If you're up in the Minnesota, Wisconsin area, we might be coming back up for Colony Wars at Black Ops. I know Papa probably doesn't like the idea of doing that trip again, but
I mean, you guys could stop through here, pick me up on the way, and then
I gotta pick up you. Oh.
I mean, yeah.
Ugh. How many hours does that add to my trip? My 20-hour trip to begin with.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll meet you. I'll meet you at the airport during my layover, and then fly over.
All right. So this next move was absolutely fantastic. I refused to even show Greg this earlier. I'll be at ASM Northern Front. Our home field's Mauston, Wisconsin. Cool. Virchew's up there in the frozen tundra of Ohio. All right, so here's the next one. This one, yeah, we're going to be talking a bit about this as soon as it plays.
We're gonna run up. Yep. Okay. Then I'll get those two. I got it. Get your gun out. We're gonna round the whole corner. I have a pistol and a sniper rifle. Let's go. You go ahead and do that. 3, 2, 1, go. Roll. Go. Everyone, go. Good shit.
You're a monster. Oh, wait.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that no question asked. Yep.
Now,
First of all,
yeah,
homeboy that's going Trey didn't even have his gun up before he got hit.
dude, yeah, there's so much to unpack there, right? So much to unpack. But before we go over there, I just want to announce to Seth Baker, who's the guy that did this call sign Tonka, that you, sir, have earned the golden hood rat shit patch. Because that was a play that I'll remember and probably play multiple times of showing just one person murking everybody. It was from the time that you ran up. I love the pause before the grenade went off. I love the beginning part of the film where the guy goes, "What do you want me to do? I got a sniper rifle and a pistol. I'll go get our guy." Run around a corner, just straight up shooting, take the guys out. No argument, no thing. Just move right into an awesome spot. But yeah, I'm gonna say this for you, man. Like everybody else said, that was not a trade. His gun wasn't even up. You already shot him twice. So
he fired so many times that his finger was getting tired. You could hear it slowing down.
In my head, I heard the freaking effect going double kill, triple kill, multiple kill,
overkill. But we do have to say rip because that mag he never did pick up. It was there. It'll be there forever. So, Seth, that is the epitome of some hood rat shit right there. Going in, taking on an entire group. I swear to God, if you would have had probably a tag launcher, you could have launched and taken out Carnage as well. You could have killed. You killed everybody. I mean, you just took everybody out. Well played. Just well played.
Seth? Where do you live? What area?
He's in. I think he's in Central Florida because he met us at North. He met me at North versus South, and I can cyber stalk him real quick before he answers.
To answer your question, Mike, the reason that no one shot
Orlando.
him and no one noticed is because situational awareness. They were all running in one direction. Not a single one of their heads turned to the left. They watched their buddies get dropped in front of them and still didn't look for where the fire was coming from.
Haines City. He plays at Black Tiger.
Okay.
And he's played at Op 31.
And soon he'll be coming to events at Crescent, right? Right, Seth? Right, Seth?
Oh, the level of I'll give him so much credit, right? When the guy said that's a trade, dude, that's a trade. He didn't sit there and argue. He didn't say, "Yo, call your hits" or anything else for the guys that blatantly were running past him as he's shooting them. The one dude he plugged 10 times. So well done, man. That's a play for the ages. And
Dude, he kept his cool and he racked up the body count.
That was
a huge body count.
Didn't run in, maintained his posture where he was. Really, really good. Really good.
30 plus KIA. Oh, that was extremely well played. And from what I understand, everybody had a good time at the event. So TCA threw another good event at GTI. I and never had to follow back their license.
Yeah, apparently one of my guys is one of the guys you killed in that spree, and they said props.
So many people, because they were not looking. They didn't think anybody was going to be in that corner. They didn't realize one dude, because he was by himself. I think he was smart, was that he wasn't on the corner. He was back inside the shadows. So all those guys are running in light. They didn't see him in there.
He had a very quiet gun.
Yeah.
Mostly I heard was motor noise and cycle. Mm-hmm. That was a very quiet gun. And nobody paid attention. And when it goes to the guys running by, you got to remember, to give some people some credit, me personally, Mark's a perfect example of this. It takes a second to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time some of those guys stopped and they went down, they were well past where they were. You saw one or two guys looking, nowhere near where Seth was, but they were looking where their buddies went down.
And they're like, how did everybody die? So, Seth, next time I see you, man, I got this Golden Hood Rat shit patch for you. Painted it all nice up for you just today. It had to be done. That was a really awesome move. Congratulations on that. And that's what we play this sport for more stuff like that. So, yeah, you got to come up to the Crescent game sometime. Well done. That's all I got to say. So, if anybody has any other comments about how the event went or what could be improved and all that, we'd love to hear it. I mean, we really have no insight. We can't do an AAR on it. We weren't there. So, only thing we got are videos to go off of, and that was solid A+ work. Because they do that that same pathway that people go. It's almost the same thing that happens every time for a TCA event. Like when that spawn point's down there, they do that same move the entire time, hoping to cut off portions of the buildings and all that. And that's why that one video, the guy was able to hide in that building, come out and kill everybody. It's because it's when your enemy's predictable, it's easy to ambush. I need a GoPro and a laptop. So with that being said, let's move on to the next event, shall we? The next topic of discussion. Two guys in the stairs watched them pass right by. Shoots 3 more people.
Dude, I love the fact that he was standing in a field shooting people. The guys came out the door, clearly looked at him shooting their teammates, and proceeded to look the other way.
What the hell's going on? An entire platoon has been killed.
Well, there's one guy out there, John Wicking everybody. Maybe if we don't make eye contact, he won't kill us, right?
I do have one question though, because I noticed that he shot both the guys that went in the door. It looked like the guy that shot him was the guy that he shot that walked in the door. Was that the case, or there was more people in that area, Seth? Just out of curiosity, really.
From the video, it looked like there was more people there because somebody grabbed his shoulder and pulled him out of the doorway.
How could there be? He killed everybody.
He just deleted the whole team.
Like everybody, yeah. Like he's like, look, just go home. I'm going to keep killing you. Go home.
Seth's new call sign is aimbot.
Well, the sad thing was, I looking at that, I wished more people would have followed him because they probably could have taken around the corner. It was the same guy.
It was.
The gun looks similar, but what would have been fantastic is if like 2 or 3 guys would have followed him. They probably could have pushed right inside and took everybody else out inside that building and really had an anchor point inside there.
Except for then he wouldn't have John Wick the entire team. Like all that needed was him throwing a pencil at somebody and taking them out at the end.
Look at top statement.
It's like at Papa's game, I bent down to pick something up and the enemy came out the door and ran right by me.
Situational awareness.
Hey, what's up, Raynard? So,
do you want to talk about?
You know what? Hold on. That deserves another play for the people that just jumped on.
We're gonna run up. Yep. Okay. Then I'll get those 2. I got it. Get your gun out. We're gonna ram the whole front. I have a pistol and a sniper rifle. Let's go. You go ahead and do that. 3, 2, 1, go. Roll! Go. Everyone, go. hit. Good shit.
You're a monster.
What the part where he first starts shooting out of the alcove, and I'm watching everybody just run by. All I could think about was like an old school Atari video game, just a
Space
shooting
Invaders.
gallery. They just keep on coming by. Just keep on. I missed one. There's one.
That was Duck Hunt. He was playing Duck Hunt. That's
Yeah.
really what it was.
Absolutely ridiculous. Too funny. Too funny.
Oh god, that was fantastic, dude. Again, like I said, that's like one of the clips I'm probably gonna play again in the future. And I again like the guy that's trying to say that was a trade, dude. That was a trade. It's like there was no trade, man. That gun was even up. He shot him twice before the gun even went up. It's
Well, the big guy was the one who tried to say trade.
I believe so. Here I can. Yeah, let me pull it up real quick.
I thought it was gone up, down, and then back up.
Yeah, he
when
was
he first
hit
came out of
before
the alcove, right? Shot the first guy, came out, and then the second guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hit.
There.
yeah.
He was up, down, and then back up. It looked like. See right
So
there.
he's
As soon as
hit. He's hit. Guns down.
I'm talking about the guy to the right. The next guy,
yeah.
not him direct. Oh, him direct. That's the guy who said trade.
Yeah, that's the guy who
Not
said
even
trade.
Hit.
So he pointed, but his gun wasn't even up before he already got shot. See, his gun's down.
He's pointing his finger. Gun down. Hit. Gun comes up.
Oh, I didn't realize it was his finger.
What, is that Everest? No, that guy's too short for Everest.
He pulled trade.
You weren't even looking at him. So who traded?
How about we just call it a trade, okay?
No. Oh wait, I just made myself big. Sorry.
You know what though? Actually, Seth, good on you, by the way, for not engaging with him. A lot of people you didn't even bother saying anything, just moved right on through it, kept playing your game. Good on you for that.
Yeah, I like seriously. That other guy. Like one, if he's calling his own hit, he's wrong. If he's trying to tell him that he traded with his buddy, he's wrong. He's also dead, so shut the hell up.
Yeah. I mean,
really good for not engaging, just moving on, not saying go no or no it wasn't, or being like you're out of your mind, or just kept moving on and continue with the gameplay. Good job.
because both your
along with killing 77 people, that was fantastic.
As long as killing 180 people.
Yeah. As long as, good job taking down an entire airline. That was good for you. You took out an entire.
Hold on one second.
The ATF would like your location.
Hold on one second. President Zelensky from Ukraine's calling. They would like for you to come over. They have a little Russian problem going on right now. But that was, yeah, everything about that video was just golden. Even if he would have raised his gun to shoot you, your BBs had already struck him before he even took aim, before that guy even fired. And I don't even think he fired at you because he was too busy flinching from your shots. So, and again, we have no dog in this fight because we weren't even there.
Right? that was brilliant work. Brilliant.
So
work.
again, golf clap.
I'd love to have you on the cartel.
I think I know a ticket that's up for sale.
For cartel?
I think.
Huh?
I'm just saying. I think.
Oh,
Somebody make a kill counter.
you know what? I didn't have time earlier today to do it. I've been dealing with Damien's stuff, but
I'll put it to music.
That's over 30 kills at least. I mean, I was trying to do it before. I was at like 25 and I stopped counting.
It's just brilliant.
It was because, especially when he comes back out, like so many people were running and they didn't stop. I thought they weren't going to stop. So, and then all of a sudden, when he comes out and he starts shooting the guys at the corner, all the people were now sitting down. I was like, well done.
Oh, never mind then.
John Wick Club theme. Yep.
Well done, well done. So, moving from there, we're going to talk about the main topic tonight, which should get some of you guys possibly fired up. Yes, sir.
Oh, I was going to talk about the blank gun incident, but all right.
Oh yeah. Talk about that. So, what happened with
So
the
Operation Pressure Cooker was a Milsim event here in Ohio. A guy brought a blank gun to the event. This was not a blank gun event. Blank guns are not allowed on this AO. He brought one anyway. Fired it.
Why not?
Fired it next to somebody's ear over their shoulder. This person did not have ear pro. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And then proceeded to argue with staff about whether it was allowed or not.
So that's a whole conversation in itself of arguing with staff.
Yeah, but again, he brought a blank gun.
Right. That's where you start.
Yeah. Said person showed up to our field and was informed he's not allowed there anymore. But
Wow.
yeah, the entire event got shut down for real world.
I would imagine. Was that a fucking blank fire? What the hell was that?
Like ducking and diving, trying to get away.
Yeah. So if your event doesn't allow it, don't bring it.
I'm not a huge fan of them anyway. There are very few times where, I mean, look, I know Fallon very well, and he does a great job with it and everything he does. But I'm still not. It's still not my favorite thing. To bring it to just a general event, to be a player, not even to be like when Fallon does the JTFs and all that, just to be a player and show up with it.
I know, right?
Just because I can, because I own one.
Yeah, no, dude. So Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee, ever since that, I don't like them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like them.
Yeah. At least with Fallon's, his have, the steel core in there. So the nothing can be discharged out the front.
Yeah. No, this guy apparently bought a gun just with blanks.
Oh my God, even worse.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Just bought a gun and put blanks in it. Yeah. Because debris never ends up in the barrel.
And nothing. Yeah, Brandon Lee, hello, like you said. Wow.
But apparently the event got everybody that took up half the actual event time dealing with that. So apparently the event was awesome up until that.
Wow. Well, moving into our subject now. Speaking of shit that's banned from events,
right?
That's why I wanted to bring it up.
So, I mean, I'm not going to mention the 40-hour milsim that allows blink guns to go out there. It's always something that I would always be a little bit leery on to begin with because I don't want to mix the two together, so to speak. So, what's up, Horsack?
It's dangerous. It's
dangerous.
unnecessary. It's dangerous and unnecessary.
And the only people that should be doing it should be staff members that are bringing ambiance to an actual event. That's what they should be there.
That's exactly what I was going to say, with the exception of the word ambiance.
Yeah, and most of them don't actually aim them at people. They aim above head or up.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, yeah. So band stuff. Yay.
Let's talk about band stuff. So the discussion came up recently for Central Penn Milsim for Syndicate 2. People were like, we had to put a pretty firm statement up about banning the use of riot shields, blade triggers, all guns must have a trigger guard, and all that. And it sparked sort of a discussion. It also sparked a little bit of division amongst some of the staff members. Where we're having a conversation about it. It's like, we made a decision, and the rule is not changing for Syndicate 2. Riot shields are still banned. But the decision comes up is, for event host, what is it that will make you change your mind to unban a banned product? Like, for instance, Riot shields, the Flak 10, what the hell's that gun that shoots 180 BBs a second?
Striper.
The
Striper.
Strafer. Yeah, the Strafer.
What's that? Is that something? Is that a new one now?
No, that's the old one.
Strafer's the old one. I heard about this.
Piper Strafer. It was an abomination that was banned almost immediately when it hit the market.
And who made that?
I'm looking it up for you right now because
the Airsoft Innovations.
I don't even think Airsoft Innovation was around yet.
No, this was old. I know this was older than Airsoft Innovations. It's on Central Pendant. The guy's like, he goes, he asked the question.
It was Piper Precision Products made it. They're no longer around. This is before Airsoft Innovation.
Yeah. So when he asked the question, he goes, can we have this? Because I'll spend the money on it right now. And I was like, isn't that gun that shoots like an ungodly RPS? And he goes, yeah. I was like, 190 RPS? 190. No.
Yeah, it's 190 RPS.
That's a real thing? It really went 190 RPS?
Yes.
Because it's HPA. It's an HPA that's like when you pull that trigger, it's just a straight line.
Open air cylinder. Yeah, it's just an open air cylinder.
It's open air cylinder with a proprietary drop-down hop-up. So it was hop-fed, and the hop-up is what did all the fun bits. So the faster the BBs drop, it would just go. It was ridiculous.
It was insane, and the gun.
They had a quality control issue with them literally, where the valve would get stuck open.
No.
So it would just run away fire.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of magazine are you using in something like that?
It was a gravity fed.
It's a gravity fed
hopper.
Yeah. Let me see if I can pull up the picture of it.
I don't need it. This fucking stupid. Oh, sorry. Stupid.
I already did it. You're fine.
50 minutes and 4 seconds.
By the way, Sin, I just found out Friday before 7.
Got it. Oh wow, they're still selling these things.
No.
Yep. Oh, they're no longer classified as an airsoft gun. I'm on their site. They're classified as a less than lethal personal protection device.
Less than lethal.
Yep.
There it is. That's all hop up. That's all hopper.
So
there's no reg.
It pressurizes the BB chamber, which force feeds the BBs through the nozzle.
Yep. It's a hose.
By the way, if anybody could guess on this, do you think that we're going to allow this at our event? No. And somebody goes, there we go.
What?
Holy shit.
My what?
So there's 2 models. The newest one, Mark IV, less than lethal, 175 rounds per second. The hopper contains. It's on the site.
Well, link the site. Link the site.
All right.
Yeah, because I'm looking at a separate. I'm looking at a separate thing.
There's their site.
Oh, that is their site. Okay.
Scroll down. The Excal. It's the second, third paragraph.
Strafer Mark IV Mod 0.
Right there. Right, you just passed it. Where it says Excalibur. Yeah. Strafer Mark IV Model 0 is capable of rates of fire 150 to 175.
Oh, wait a minute, though. Hang on. 0.177. That's even worse. Worse. That is some home defense shit right there, boy.
That's why they're now classifying it. If you scroll up slightly where it says about. Right there, about, it's now classified as a less than lethal.
And weight, empty, 7 pounds 9 ounces. They don't put in here weight full because it's 47 pounds weight full.
It's not a super soaker. It's a BB soaker, okay?
Whoa, hold up.
Muzzle velocity.
Hold up. Papa, do you see under propellants? What it says under propellant?
Compressed air CO2, dry N2, and air compress. Wow. So not only is it ridiculously fast shooting things that'll take out everybody's eyeballs, but you can freeze them to make them even more dangerous. Yes. Let's go ahead. Sign me up right now.
Oh, boy, I knew you were going to get some good topics here, guys.
So while these are now currently classified as a less than lethal deterrent, these were originally marketed as an airsoft gun.
This is when we were when I first got into airsoft, and I was talking to some of the boys, and they were like, "What's the most ridiculous thing?" Somebody told me, he goes, "Oh, if you want a high RPS, is get one of these." And they were off the market at the time; nobody was making them. And I was like, "Why?" They go, "Because it's like 150 rounds a second." I was like, "Is that would anybody even allow you to play that?" You know.
You're right. That is a war crime.
That is a war crime. So this I don't think would ever be allowed at any airsoft field. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes.
And for the first time, for the first time, there is also a safety button. It took them 4 versions to put a safety button on.
I see it.
For the first
that's not it. Where's the safety?
There's also a safety button. How many children were rushed to the hospital before? How many small animals were littered about the backyard before they put the safety button on? Sin, did you hear that? Oh, he's got it. Put it. Oh, wait. You missed it.
What?
Corinthians 1.2. And for the first time, there is also a safety button.
Oh my God.
And I should read, this is less important, of course, and available soon, not currently available, but available soon as a user-installed option, a unique setting that bleeds off the airflow to reduce muzzle velocity by half without the need of switching air regulators.
Before we continue, here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the man that's always fashionably late. It's not a party till he comes out. Wiener from AAR Airsoft. All right. As we continue our discussion, I was sent the video. Thank you, Jay Rodriguez.
You let me in too early. I was still eating my dinner.
Record.
Yeah, shake the last 3 out of there.
Oh God!
Alrighty
and
then.
look how, and if you look at, if you saw, it's still shooting as he's going down. His finger's off the trigger. Look at that.
What's he hooked up to?
That's a bad airsoft gun for sure. Straight for MK4. Yeah.
Did you scroll down to see the available for purchase the 20-pound CO2 tank? Because when you have to, you have to.
Oh no! Check out the limited edition flash hider, because
No, I saw that one. That they mentioned that. Literally, they mentioned that just before they mentioned the all new, newly added safety switch.
Needless to say, guys, banned.
So going on to the discussion that we're going to have here, we're talking about banned items that shouldn't be allowed at an event and all that. What would be the incentive to allow this to come to an event?
Well,
Question shows up.
I can't talk about that in a serious tone. I really can't.
An incentive. Huh?
Yeah.
There have to be some sort of massive incentive to have that there to overcome a ban, right? Items are banned from events for good reason. You know, they're not safe. They have insane ROFs. They screw up gameplay significantly. Whatever various things there. What's the incentive to override the negative? You know, what's all the positives that could override the negative? For that good, I see no incentive.
Well, if we're paying $20 for them to shoot Mark with it, I say okay.
I see one legitimate reason. Simulating an H-10 Warthog.
Not wrong.
Yeah, I just had this discussion with Steve when I was talking about something else. I said I would really love to see an A-10 Warthog, but it's not going to happen at an event. But you're not wrong. But it still shouldn't happen.
It'd be cool if we had one fly over our event.
The only incentive would be if, like, so, for example, Seth's video would have been cut down by about 90 seconds.
No SMG.
There's your incentive. All right, he would have got his 101 person kill streak in
2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
it would have been a literal kill streak.
Since you got on, did you see any of the video beforehand? Did you see the person that earned the golden hood rat shit, Pat?
Oh yeah, I did. I saw it. Yeah.
Okay. So we don't have to show it again. It's such an excellent kill spree. So, moving past that thing that's never going to be allowed.
Thank you. Yes.
Let's talk about some other stuff that's right there on the edge of something that's typically banned from events, but sometimes is allowed at events. Talking about this little boy right here, the 40 mic.
Yeah, theirs do some damage. I heard. I've seen Dom's camera a couple times.
I don't necessarily mind them as long as there's a minimum engagement distance with them. Honestly, their FPS isn't that high, but
120 rounds in 1 second.
What? The FPS,
That's
not
FPS,
RPS.
the
FPS is not that high. But yes, when you get hit with that many rounds basically at once, granted, yeah, they do kind of come out like this.
Well, Dom's lost 2 cameras because of that, hasn't he?
Who did?
Dom.
My Dom?
Yes, your Dom.
Yeah.
He posted a video of him getting obliterated, his camera getting obliterated. He got shot in the face with a 40 mic.
Was that my Dom or was that Mini Dom?
That was your Dom. That was your Dom. He posted the video.
Really?
Yeah, within the last couple months, maybe 3 months ago. What's that? I don't know. All my days are running together. It was at Black Tiger.
Oh, then it definitely wasn't my Dom. That's Mini Dom. That's a different person. Mini Dom is not Reese's.
I don't think so.
I love the arguments between you two.
You don't think so? He's stationed up at Fort Stewart, Georgia. He comes down like
he was just in town though, so it was maybe it was 4 months ago. He was just in town not too long ago playing.
Anyway. If those things are breaking his camera, then I would blame part of that on the case the camera's in. Because I've taken one of those to the camera. My camera's been fine.
So then what? So most events ban these for reasons. If not, they have the thing on there. So what's the benefit for having these out on the field to justify that? This is like a conversation to have in regards to.
I look at them very similar to high flow shotguns, it's an inline grenade. It's an inline shower grenade. Instead of the shower grenade coming out like this and getting him spreading, it's an inline shower grenade. I still think it should have a minimum engagement distance. The incentive is that function right there. It functions like a high flow shotgun or a shower grenade.
Real quick, Jonathan Beller. Yes, they're eating sushi. I'm not eating sushi tonight. I've already eaten.
All
right, let's see here.
I wasn't eating sushi. I was eating fried rice.
Got shot with a 10-foot. Now I have shot people with this at Miami Airsoft. I got 2 shots off before I was told not to do it again. Even though I asked, can I do this? Can I use this on the field? They're like, yes. It gives me giggles, but the first time I got hit with this, I was hit while I was dead by one of my own teammates at MA, and it sucked.
It wasn't accidental.
Yeah, it was. The guy didn't even know I was coming.
Sure.
He was literally shooting at somebody else, but you walk around the wrong corner at the wrong time, and you eat about 100 BBs to the chest. So the incentive behind it, I guess it's a cool tool that people can do and all that. Like, I probably wouldn't allow this inside the basements of Crescent because of how many BBs and how insane it is, but I can see the benefit behind it for that if there's a thing there. So moving on to...
It literally doesn't change anything up because it's a straight line of BBs. It's not like a traditional shower cell. So literally it's a single target device. You don't even have enough time to actually like spread spray on them.
No, you don't.
Well, actually, you can if you do it right. So, in order for this thing to fire effectively, you have to hold down the trigger. So you can go and get 2 shots out of it. Even 3 if you're fast enough. I've done it. That's how I know. So the 40 mics. So let's talk about the other thing that will probably be that I hate, Flak 10.
Well, I mean, so bring up the specs on the Flak 10, so we can share it effect. Because that meant, is it trying to get away from you, Virchew? Is it trying to escape?
It's an Airsoft Innovations gun. Of course it is. The Flak 10. Let's pull up the specs.
The Flak 10 is a variable FPS, green gas, shotgun.
Mag fed.
Super shotgun.
Oh, yeah. Here,
Mag
I'm
fed,
sharing.
by the way.
Mag fed.
Yep.
Hertz. I sent the link if you guys wanted to look at it on your guys' screen. The Flak 10s are currently sold out. This is one of the things that a lot of people got pissed off at Airsoft Innovations for, because a lot of people wanted to buy these and they can't get them because they just haven't been up there. So have you guys seen like the drama or whatever that goes around to it? It's because of the Flak 10. I finally done healing from when I got shot at Crucible by that Flak 10.
You can show the video if you want. Video right on the page.
Oh, right here. Oh, here we go.
10 BBs per blast. Semi-auto fires 10 BBs per trigger pull. In semi-auto, keep shooting until the mag is empty. It doesn't come with the tracer unit, by the way. It says it'll be available later.
And it's got adjustable choke, too.
It's adjustable.
Yep, adjustable blast pattern, 6 feet spread at 100 feet range, maximum hit probability. Accessory chokes will be available to adjust your spread for closer engagements.
Yeah, the big problem with this thing. Hold up, scroll down. Go to specifications.
Specifications.
Yeah,
right there.
Right there. Look where it says FPS.
Adjustable.
That is the major issue with this thing.
Yeah.
That's the issue we had at Crucible. There is no way to lock down the FPS. There's no system whatsoever for me as a field owner or as an event runner to lock the FPS. There's no key ties. There's no tournament locks. There's no way to do it.
Sorry. I forgot that screen was over there.
Let me emphasize with their words, if I may. The Flak 10 runs on green gas propane, which with an onboard gas to fire over 1,000 BBs. There's a tank enough on board to shoot 1,000 rounds. The onboard regulator allows the user to quickly and easily adjust FPS using a hex key with no disassembly. So tuck that behind your ear, yank it out, and make your adjustment. There's no cooldown effect like other gas guns. You can shoot indefinitely without FPS changes or the gun freezing.
Yeah, and Brandon's got a great point here. The one at Crucible was HPA tapped.
Oh my God.
Yeah. That thing sucked. It's much faster than the AA-12.
And the AA-12 from the factory is between 280 and 300 feet per second per BB.
Yeah, for shits and giggles, we took one of these things and we cranked it up, just to see what would happen. Ran it through a baseball-style chronograph. I was 580 feet per second.
Each round, right?
It's consistently, yeah. That's not saying somebody's going to run it. Well, let's be fair. Somebody's going to do it. Somebody's going to crank it up. That's not saying everybody that owns one's going to do it, but the fact that there's no way to regulate this and lock this down. If their regulation system had a way for me to put a zip tie or something to prevent it from being altered, I wouldn't have an issue with this gun. The problem is there's not.
Right.
The fact that it fires 10 BBs a second, if I crank that down to a reasonable FPS, it won't be a huge problem. But when you're shooting at 380, 10 rounds per second, close quarter, it's a shotgun. It's meant for close quarter.
Right.
That's a problem.
I guess I got a little bit of a problem with it being mag-fed shotgun. I have a little bit of that.
Well, technically the AA-12 is a mag-fed shotgun, so...
Yeah, and honestly, you could also do that to the Jag-Arm scatter gun, too, is you could turn it into a mag-fed shotgun.
I mean, honestly, with 3D... Yeah.
Yeah, there's a...
It's an adapter.
Tap air, yeah.
All right, yeah, fair enough, okay.
That's why.
I'm trying to find the actual video of me getting shot by the damn thing.
But like,
and then I go up and bitch to sit about it. I go, I got shot with like 6 BBs, and he goes, no. I was like, I'm telling you, man, that thing was shooting more than 6. I was like, it's 12 BBs. He goes, no way. We get up there, 20 freaking BBs or 10 BBs. That thing sucked. And in a CQB match, it's kind of hard because, like, if you're in CQB play, there's really no place that you can go to avoid, that sort of.
And with the adjustable choke, if you make it a tight pattern at, say, 350 FPS, that's 10 rounds.
Yep.
It's insane. Like, I wanted one of these because I found out they came out in pink. I'm not going to lie. And then I started reading through it, and I'm going, nobody's going to let me use this. No, and anywhere that does let me use this, I don't want to play.
Yeah, you don't want to be there.
Found it. Stop it. All right. No, damn it.
And it's not to talk shit on Airsoft Innovations, but I feel as though they have the Jeff Goldblum problem where they're too concerned with whether or not they can. They don't think about if they should.
I wouldn't disagree with that. All of their stuff is definitely innovative, but I think it's
what they decide to do is they decide to make stuff just to ban it, just to get it banned. What can we do now to get banned?
Okay, somebody's getting ready to beat us up.
Yeah, I have words with that.
Look, the rights here. Equal shots.
I'm just saying, that gun stung. And then I immediately went to go talk to Sam. I'm like, we need to have a discussion real quick. That shotgun hurts.
Yeah, and I didn't know what he was talking about first, because there was a kid out there that had a scattergun, and I was like, yeah, it's probably like, it's a scattergun, whatever. And he's like, no, and I'm like, all right, man, I'll take a look at it. And he pointed at the guy, and I got the gun, and I was just like, what?
Yeah, Sim was so emphatic that that no, it's got to be a scattergun. I'm like, no, I know I have 2 scatterguns at home, man. This ain't no scattergun.
Well, it's because we had a complaint earlier about a kid with a scattergun, and I went and looked at it, and the gun was fine. So I thought that's what tagged him. But yeah, no, there's no reason for this thing to exist. So I have a feeling it's going to be in the category of the other gun, where it becomes a less than lethal defense option.
They call it a super shotgun, by the way.
Oh, it super sucks. I can tell you that much right now.
Super shotgun.
Yeah, he's also the same dude that ran full force into the wall, I believe.
Yeah, he was back then. If you were watching the stream, there's a group of guys that came from other places that literally were just causing drama during that event. He was part of that group.
Oh, that makes perfect sense.
It's literally they brought everything with them that they could to get banned with, like. And there's also a select group of people that have more money than sense, and I have a feeling it's one of those cases of, I have the money, I'm going to buy it.
I mean, look, after getting shot by it, yeah, that's what I would call an FU gun. But so Wiener, you're an event host, Papa, all of us, we've hosted events or like done it. What would make us change our mind to allow that gun at one of our events?
Nothing.
What's the exactly? I would like to hear from chat now. Chat, why should we?
Chat?
Yeah, let chat tell us, why should we allow this gun in?
There's only one instance where I would allow it, and that's if my refs were using it as hit check guns.
There you go. Or somebody gives you money to shoot Mark in the ass.
Stop it. Don't give people ideas, Wiener.
Too late. I'm already paying people. They're already messaging me offline.
Such an you make a launch and shoot targets like that. Damn, that would suck. All right.
It's all about the pump.
Because you want to get sued. That's great. So really, even chat doesn't have a way to defend it, right?
Like, no, nobody does. Like,
no, there's no real proper defense for it, man. I think Steve said it was before.
Go home.
Stu's on a roll tonight.
Yeah, I think Sim said it right before, in that if you could regulate it, if you could tourney lock it, then maybe. But it doesn't have a means to do that because it's on an Allen key.
It's closed. It's an Allen key.
Yeah, it's an Allen key.
Well,
you can paint over where the Allen key is. Yeah, I suppose. But
I mean, you put a piece of tape over it. What are you gonna do?
Well, the void sticker. You get one of those stickers and put it over the top of it, and then like we use it, as tamper tape.
Yeah, my problem with that is we used them once or twice. My problem is I know I can go buy them at Home Depot. And I have had an incident where a kid literally brought his own, didn't realize I was in embed, and was bragging about it.
Aaron Hoss says, "I love you, Virchew."
What?
You can't see it. It's for some reason the chat.
It says Facebook user.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But no, and that like the tamper things worked great until people figured out you can buy them at Home Depot.
Yeah.
And the moment that kid was like bragging to me about it, because I watched him peel it off, and I was like, "Hey man, don't do that." Because it's okay. I bought a bunch with me.
Just Jason Tom said, "Just zip tie the hole." You can't.
You can't.
There's no hole to zip tie.
There's no hole to zip tie.
Are potato guns allowed for Syndicate 2? So depends on what you call. It depends on what you call a potato gun. So you do have those Nerf launchers that are essentially a potato gun. Don't get me wrong. What the hell are they called again? Scott Benson uses one. They shoot the Nerf
You're
rockets.
talking about the launcher?
Yeah.
This is a rocket launcher. We got one of those too. It's just got a tank you fill up with air and then thunk.
What the hell are
I
they
would
called?
say T-shirt cannons are my no. No.
No.
I would say no to the PVC matches one, but the air compressed ones most places allow. The problem with I know what he's talking about with those potato guns. The problem is they have a tendency of exploding. Your crucible. Wait, who is that? So some of you guys, it shows
That's
up.
Aaron.
That's my Aaron. Yeah, that's Aaron. He's essentially our head rep at Crucible. Sorry, man. It just says Facebook user on our stream here.
Yeah, I can see it on. I can see it on the actual. He's on the Central Penn Milsim community page.
Okay.
So he goes on. That's why I like keep reading it over and go through. I mean, God, what the hell are they called?
Yeah, but so it's just I know what you're talking about. It's just a freaking bazooka, just an air gun. But the problem with the PVC and matches ones is they have a tendency of exploding because there's no way to regulate how much gas you're filling into the chamber, and if you put too much, boom. So most places, actually, I think everywhere is, they're not allowed.
With the exception of Command Decisions Warfare, they use them for Fold-A-Gap.
Are they propane guns?
Oh, I don't know what they fill them with.
That's what I'm talking about. There's two types. There's some that use air. There's some that use air. You basically fill a chamber and then release. And there's some that you hold actual propane into and then light it. You laugh, Stu. I actually own a trebuchet and 2 ballistas.
I'm from the country. We make them for fun.
Yeah, those are generally not allowed. A lot of places allow the air-powered ones because they work. The problem with T-shirt cannons is they are high-pressured CO2, and I've literally watched somebody launch a T-shirt through a car window.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. The ones that have Command Decisions, they actually have regulators. You have to get them approved and everything else. And then, damn, I can't believe I can't remember the name of that one that Scott uses and all that. But those things are actually pretty cool. So, I mean, I would allow those ones that are specifically designed and made because that's what they're actually made for, is to launch the Nerf rockets for anti-tank and everything else. They actually hurt a hell of a lot less than getting hit with the tagging round.
Yeah, I mean, I will have a Carl Gustav at Syndicate too, so be prepared for that.
I'll have a what now?
No, you won't. That's on the ban list now. Don't know what it is,
God
but it's
damn
banned.
it. Well, I'll show you the pictures later, Papa.
Okay.
Just run fast.
Y'all want to? Yeah, it's the definition. We were at a show in Kentucky, an event in Kentucky, and the guy had the propane powered one, and I watched the side of his face catch fire as it blew up.
Oh,
because
nice.
his buddy ignited it with a match over a hole. Also, why I stopped going to events in Kentucky. Okay, the Hakatsu mortar is the biggest abomination that's hit Airsoft in forever.
It's a Cush. It's a Cush launcher.
Yeah,
I just can't find one right now. All right. So moving on to the next thing. Yeah, let's bring some long darts.
Yeah, I saw that.
A bunch of fields actually figured out things that are getting banned weirdly lately, or banning the SSG-1, the G&G Speedsoft gun.
Banning the what?
My dinner.
The G&G Speedsoft gun, the Speedsoft gun 1.
Yeah,
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Tinker's Abomination.
The drop stock, yeah.
Bunch of fields are. So there's 2 variations. There's the regular one that you can buy, and then there's the Speedsoft variation apparently that has like the huge blade trigger, the wide trigger guard, and like.
I thought they all came like that.
No.
No, they come with a regular trigger guard and a regular trigger. In the U.S., you can order that longer bladed trigger and the
basically pre-DSG'd. People are importing them, and they are literally abominations.
Yeah, that's why we had to go through and like ban that type of trigger because it's really not needed in airsoft. It's certainly not needed in milsim. But like the SSG1, just to ban the SSG1 just because it's an SSG1, if it's got a regular trigger on it, why ban it? There's no reason to. It's just another airsoft gun, right? If it's got the extended blade guard and it's got the blade trigger, that's a different story. I can understand banning it.
If we're gonna ban stuff like that, I forget which one it is because I don't know all this nomenclatures. But Novrich has one of his sniper rifles that comes with, I think it's a 170 spring shooting 710 feet per second or something like that. I'm not exaggerating. I believe that's what it is. If you go on,
that's for UK fields only. Technically, they're not even supposed to be selling it in the US.
I literally had a kid ask me, "I have this gun. Can I bring it to your field?" I had him explain it to me. I said, "Absolutely not."
He ordered it. He had it imported. They're not even allowed. They're not supposed to be selling that in the US.
Oh, and also
They can. Hold on.
The thrust system as well.
They can sell it here, just that no fields allow it. So what's the point of stocking it stateside?
No, I can't even wholesale import that one. Even the Novice distributors can't get those imported to the US for him.
So the
8mm version.
So I mean that goes back to a conversation that we had months and months ago when Sal was on, and I asked him about if I designed and built an 8mm 50 cal, an 8mm Barrett, but associated particular rules behind it, like minimum engagement distance being 200 feet, things like that. Would he allow it? And he actually was on board with that, as long as those were the minimum engagement distances. So for certain things, I'm okay with, as long, like I said before, with the 40 mic. As long as you're using minimum engagement distance, fine. But you gotta. Use our one gas bullet sniper.
You got to remember, a lot of those guns are designed for UK distances. Some of the fields in the UK are literally have like acres of flat terrain. It's ridiculous. We played in Scotland. It was literally, I want to say, 6 acres of flat line of sight terrain, where things at that FPS would actually be, usable.
Right.
Not here. We don't have any place that big to play with flat terrain. Like I want to say the biggest field is no, they closed that one down. It was a mountain facility.
You're talking about the biggest open cleared field that's in the US?
Yeah.
The biggest field that I know of, I think, is Ballahack.
Yeah, but they don't even use all of Ballahack, and that's not even clear terrain.
But the biggest field that I know of that could probably do that would be at Southern Tactical Airsoft Games. They have a 10-acre grassland field that when it's mowed down, it's straight. It's just...
See, that might work.
What's up, Paul?
Like, there's some fields that will allow them, but like your minimum engagement distance has to be up there.
Yeah. So let's talk about the last thing that we want to talk about on this topic.
The e-bike riot shields?
No, not just riot shields in general. So, this has been like one of the biggest bones of contentions for several people. First off, people say that I don't like my riot shield. I don't like riot shields. I own one. All right, it is dusty as hell because it hasn't been used in years, 2 years in fact. It doesn't mean that I don't own one, or I would never use one, or I have an inherent bias against them. I have a bias against them right now because of what they bring to the table for events, right? I think they bring absolutely nothing to an event except pain, suffering, anger, and hard times.
You sound like you're choking there, getting choked up.
I had a hiccup. Sorry.
Sound like talking about my ex-girlfriend.
So when it comes down to riot shields, what is the benefit for bringing them out to one of your events? I have yet to see a benefit to bringing them to an event. I can understand if you have like a game day or something, using it for a game or something like that. That's one thing.
Depends on the benefit. Depends on the objective play in the AO. As dumb as this sounds, in AOs that have either a 50-50 or a open split, whereas in most of the field is open terrain, or it's half and half, they actually are more useful. As dumb as this sounds, a riot shield in an open field is absolutely hilarious and probably one of the most useful uses for it. When you come to close quarters combat, it tends to get more in your way than it is a benefit. Because your buddies have to get around your shield to engage.
Or they stack up behind it in a line. And
they're stuck.
Well, so when it comes to riot shields, I would actually prefer to be used, if there's one at an event or people that are using them, to actually use the Evike shitty one, the plastic one, over using an actual real weight one. Because if you're carrying a ballistic shield that's 60, 80, 100 pounds in front of you, and you trip, you need to have rock level strength to not fall. Because that, if you trip and go forward, that's weight pulling you down, and you're going to have a lot harder chance to recover. So say you slip and your shield's down, though, you come right down on it and sever your tongue. I'm not saying that lightly. I mean, people done that shit. They've bitten through their tongues, because they clamp down for playing.
There's actually a buddy on one of my teams that broke his toe and another his big toe and the toe right next to it because somebody dropped one of those shields on his foot.
So, as an event producer, looking at these shields, especially the real steel, like the real ballistic weight ones, it's nothing but a liability. Like if you're taking that through the tunnels and you trip, and say you lose it and there's a person in front of you, now they have 80 pounds, 60 to 80 pounds falling on them. That's broken legs, broken limbs, or a squished child.
Throwing them forward into something they shouldn't be thrown forward into.
Mm-hmm. That too.
It's more of a hazard.
Yep.
So the inherent risk with this is, not something that I personally would ever want to try to take on. And people just, can somebody please tell me why these things are so cool to run around and use? I really just don't see it at events.
Oh, that's easy. It's called Call of Duty. No, I'm being 100% serious.
Yep.
People build and design those layouts based off of video games.
We're talking about. I'm sorry. We're talking about
Riot Shield. Riot Shield.
Yeah.
Think back. Well, Mark, I'm not insulting you when I say this, but the guys have been playing for a while. Think back for the first time we started seeing those things popping up on the regular basis. It was right around the time all those video games started popping up.
Right. What was that one that you played in the arcade? Gosh, they had riot shields. You shoot their feet out from underneath them.
Oh yeah.
It was they had like four different ones of it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Modern Warfare?
No. It was
it was a cabinet.
Yeah, David. It was one of the cabinet games. You actually had the gun. You were shooting the gun.
Yeah. It wasn't the Aerosmith one.
David Buster's has it at their.
Yeah, I remember Aerosmith had the shooter game, which threw everybody through a loop. Which still probably was it Metal
Time
Slug?
Crisis?
Wasn't
Time Crisis?
That's one. Yeah, Time Crisis 4 or something was my favorite one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the guys with the riot shields. You'd shoot their feet out from under.
Yeah, Time Crisis, House of the Dead.
Yep.
There was a ton of them. But either way, my point is, when those first hit the market, then we started seeing more and more riot shields. They weren't a huge thing.
Like I said, I'm not against them at Miami Airsoft when they play them because people are going to run them for a little while.
Yeah, my policy on our field is they're on the field at the ref's discretion because it not only they do affect game balance, and it's not always in a positive way. Like I have watched the riot shield guy block a corridor and screw his own team.
I may have missed the why allow it piece. Did we talk about that? Because
that's what we're on right now.
That's what we're on right now.
Why to disallow it? I can tell you. I have no reason to allow them personally. A riot shield, even the current weakest ones, which are plexiglass or what have you, are impenetrable, 100% impenetrable. Can't shoot through that, no matter what, unless you use a flak 10. Can't shoot through that, right?
No,
We
that
found a use for the flak 10. Takes it
no,
right.
There you go.
no. Wait, there's a gun that can go through it. That's strafer. I guarantee
Yeah.
that strafer shooting 1,500 rounds in 1 minute, shooting at one spot, it's going to go through that plastic.
Well, I've been at events with riot shields where literally it takes mathematics on the other person's part, and that's the downside. Was the riot shield? The riot shield took two shots and then it was dead.
So you're relying on the other person to give up the riot shield when it's been hit enough times.
Yeah, and that was the problem. In the defense of the event, we didn't have a single issue with anybody not dropping it on time. There was not a complaint all weekend about somebody holding on to it too long. In fact, one guy got slapped in the back of his head for dropping his shield too early.
I've said this before. I'm working on a depleting shield. It'll be a clear depleting shield is what I'm working on. So my opinion is if it goes through and it hits you, you're hit.
Just
so
tissue paper and foam.
What's that?
Tissue paper and foam.
It's made of styrofoam, so it breaks it like 6 layers of styrofoam.
Actually, no, I honestly would allow that at an event. Styrofoam shield because
because
once it's gone, it's gone.
Yeah.
You can sell them. You can probably sell them for about $10 a piece and make them.
Well, so I mean, honestly, the depleting shield idea is something I've had for a while, and I've been working on the right material for it because I believe it has to be clear, but it also has to deplete and can be replaceable. So you take the frame off and replace the depleted shield. So you're not having to buy a new one all the time. You just buy replacement pieces. But
sorry, the capitalist in me just hurt a little bit. What do you mean not consumable? What? Have to buy a new one? Ooh,
well, no, you have to buy replacement parts.
Panels to slide back into it.
Yeah.
No, that
cardboard for that matter.
And I would allow those on my field without fail all the time because it would perform the same function that in real steel it would. You can go and you can help defend yourself up until a heavy enough round makes its way through, and you're dead.
Andrew got it perfectly, which is the other portion I was going to say about it.
It does, and that was one of the things they enforced was if.
Right.
I was my first time at the event. I was invited as a guest, and I brought it up. I was concerned. And he says, no, the first time we have a complaint, they lose the right to use it.
So guys are like, well, why can't we just have somebody follow us around to make sure we're using it right? I was like, because we don't have the manpower.
Yeah, nobody wants to babysit you. We have enough shit to babysit, okay? But yeah, no, I was very concerned about it. And the guy was like, no, here's our policy. If you get a complaint, it doesn't even have to be confirmed. Like, if they complain about you not dropping the shield, you lose the ability to use the shield for the rest of the event. Your second complaint, you can never use a shield at any of their events. And they have like a wall of shame of photos of shieldmen that have had their shield rights revoked. And nobody wants to be put on that wall. Like, seriously, like, the guys that use them are like, I don't want to go on the wall.
I didn't do it.
Revoked.
But, I mean, you were there at Syndicate 1 when immediately, like within 10 minutes of the start of the game, that dude that was inside the hall in the basement that had the riot shield. Yeah. It instantly caused a toxic experience. A grenade was thrown at him. He literally thought he was invincible. And it's like, how'd you get on here? Oh, an admin let me on. Who? You know, we tracked down who let him on with the shield and all that. And we say, we can't have this. And it was immediately toxic. It was toxic to the players. It was, it took, I had to come out, I had to come into an admin role, come out of my hiding spot because I was the HVT at the start of the game that had to be captured. I had to come out, give away my position of where it was, come down there and say, you can't use that. And he's like, what? I was like, because literally I was called out to look at it, watching your shield take hundreds of rounds because there was 12 guys shooting at you at one time and not a single shot. And I was like, if this was real life, that thing would have been blown apart and you would have been dead. And
Ready to be
destroy.
on his ass.
Yeah.
I hate Hollywood for one reason. If you've never held a ballistic shield and taken a live round to it, you will not understand. You are not standing there taking it like a pro.
Yeah.
It's not happening.
And not that much sustained fire. So, give us a reason why we should allow them onto the field chat before we moved on to the next subject, which is what Wiener's here for.
Where? Huh? Sorry, I'm looking at my ticket sales.
So, yeah. I mean, there's a couple other guns that were banned until recently, and I'm excited about. There's like 4 or 5 places that banned the. I have one, the APSL ejecting shotgun.
Why was it banned?
So the Mark 1s were great. The Mark 2, you loaded the CO2 into the bolt instead of the shell. And normally, so when the Gen 1, you would load the CO2 into the shell. And it was fine. There was a limit. It was set. The Mark 2, you would load it into the bolt, and your only regulation was how long you held the trigger back.
Oof.
So they banned them. But now there's a kit that allows you to take any of the new guns and change out the bolt for the Mark 1 or the new Mark 3 that came out, which goes back to loading the shells.
Which
Wiener's going to fall asleep again.
I think banning, having a blanket ban on a particular gun that can be modified properly, I'm open to an argument. If you come at me and tell me right away, hey, my Novrich is shooting 710 feet per second, I'm just going to say no. Just
Not going to happen.
Nope.
Yeah, Brainerd, exactly. That's what I said about shields. In open field and woods play shields, people don't bring them for some reason, but they are ridiculously overpowered in open field play.
Because they only think about it in the sense of CQB, of holding those tight corridors to really screwing stuff up. So, all right, we're moving right along because I saw somebody else just joined down there. We're going to give Wiener his time to talk about dominance so that he can go take a nap. So,
If you're going to say it, you have to say it right.
Dominance.
Dang, I was going to read the storyline too. It was pretty good. Dominance.
Are you going to be able to stay awake?
Who, me? Yeah, now that I get to talk.
wow.
Who knows? I might swallow in the middle of talking. Shit, I was just looking for the picture for what I wanted. The main reason I came on and talk, besides ticket sales, and they're going good. We are having, Dominance Apocalyptic Tactical Events on May 20th through am I allowed to talk now, or am I?
Yeah.
Did I jump the gun?
This is your.
Sure. I don't want to get blacked out. The 20th through the 22nd in Maxton, North Carolina, at the Griffin Group. I want to keep saying training facility, but I think I got the name. It is a training facility, and it's a huge national event, 500 player capacity. Tickets are $155, and they're on sale now. Go to our ATAirsoft.com, ATAirsoftevents.com to purchase your tickets. So get them now while they're hot. Get your teams together. Come out, have some fun. The tickets are selling pretty good right now. You'll see when you go on there that some of the groups are already starting to sell out. Oh dang! Sorry, I'm trying to get to the picture right here because I have a announcement to make, and we're going to be talking about it this Thursday, I believe, when we have our JTF commander online to talk about the JTF missions, which we are also having. JTF. We also got the Helo's going to be there, the Little Bird.
And it's.
If I ever figure out how to work my iPhone, there it is. I'd be happy.
Do you want me to share the image that you're talking about?
The one for the AT Dominance event, the special one we're going to do this Thursday. The announcement we're going to
the
giveaway.
Yeah,
the Helo giveaway. Yeah, go ahead and show that. That's perfect. Good deal. So coming up this Thursday, or not this Thursday, the 15th, April 15th at 7 p.m. We are going to. Come on, guys. Everybody's sending me a message over the top of it. We are going to give away a Helo ticket to one registered ticket holder. And if you already have a helo ticket, we're going to work out another deal with you as far as if you already have a helo ticket. But we're giving away one helo ride, which includes missions with that helo ride, on our live stream when we do it on April 15th at 7 p.m. There's the explanation about it. But go to our page, go to our Dominance Facebook page, has all the information right there also. Ron Weber was supposed to be on or was on, or maybe he's in the waiting room. I don't know. He was going to come on and talk a little bit too, but that's okay. I can handle it. Other than that, this is going to be awesome. May 20th through the 22nd, Max in North Carolina at the Gryphon Group. We have the op boards are getting ready to come out. We're getting ready to release those. We do have our COs for both sides. Steve Ash from Anvil 352 will be the tan commander, and then Justin West from Shadow Legion will be your green commander. Your oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart now. But yes, he will be your green commander. So
well, it looks like it's going to be a really badass event. I just want to emphasize that unfortunately I will not be there. The likelihood
that's more
of me
reason
being
for everybody
there,
to come.
I'll be 90% chance that I'm going to be at MegaCon Orlando making money selling games. I got to do that,
Real job,
or I
so
would
he
be
can,
there.
He can eat, put food on his table. That way,
I know, right?
That's why your wife can quit working the streets. Why is it quiet?
All right, somebody.
He could sit his ass in timeout for a little while.
Nope. I wasn't on that one. Nope.
Hey, honey, Wiener just called you a streetwalker. I would kick his ass.
Hey, Joker. I don't know how to tell you this, buddy. Your wife's hot.
Yes, she is.
Yeah, she is.
And my wife's a
What's she
black
doing
belt.
with him?
But that doesn't make her a prostitute.
I didn't say she was a prostitute.
Since she was working the streets.
Walking the streets. I said walking the streets.
Walking the streets.
There you go, see?
Wow.
Yes, there's no insinuation there
inference.
whatsoever.
Yeah,
My
no
phone is
inference
blowing
there
up.
whatsoever.
I'm getting my ass kicked here.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
No, nobody's getting in her way either.
No, it's
Nope.
fine. It's been a while. I might enjoy it.
She doesn't know how to pull her punches, even when she's supposed to be
Wow.
acting. She bloodied my nose when we were doing a living chess match in front of players or
She could be a
patrons at
vendor?
at
Oh, dang, man. Everybody's John Logan. See? They're defending me.
No,
He's
nice
a
try.
door-to-door salesman.
John Logan.
Nice
door-to-door
try.
salesman. Saleswoman.
No.
Yeah, it's as I was gonna say. It's been 2 years since I
But
went to
then
a
you
proper
look at Stu,
con.
though. Somebody needs to kick Stu's ass.
Stu's not on the actual stream.
Well, the
And-
comments are.
They're not. They can't be seen by the public. They can only be seen by us. Well, I guess.
Oh, they be seen
They
by the
could be.
public. Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I'm over here just scrolling through new product.
Ugh.
Nope.
I'm not getting in this. I'm like, hey, look, what's this? Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways, Max in
Cindy,
North
what does
Carolina,
it
May
like, Campbell?
20th through 22nd. We're giving away a free Helo ticket April 15th at 7 p.m. on our live stream. I don't know if I'll be there yet, but I know at least maybe Bulldog and I know Ron will definitely be there. I may be in a coffin somewhere.
Oh,
Yep.
look, man. I'll tell you right now, Sebastian. My wife is a black belt. She was a champion before I met her. She's working on her second black belt now for a different discipline. My wife has jumped out of the car and beat a motherfucker's ass before. I feel sorry for Wiener, man. Hey, honey, that's Wiener. Wow.
That's a reason. That's a reason for her to show up at an event to kick my ass.
It's funny
Get on
that
video.
Sebastian or have
That makes
something in
him look
common
up.
because he's jumped out of a car to beat a wiener before. So that's kind of
What? Say that again. I missed that part.
nothing. Nothing. It was even remotely funny the first time.
No.
Yeah. No. So, anything else cool about this event before I kick you off my stream, Wiener?
Before you... Anything else cool? Well, we've got vehicles, we've got helos, we got buses, we got transportation, We've got a 727 sitting on the tarmac. We got
There's an
missions out
actual African village that you can play and engage in. They've built an African village along the lines. Yes, Wiener, there's a village that is playable there.
at my event.
At your event, yes, sir.
There is an African village at my
Yes,
event.
there's a village there.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I'm like, huh? There's a joke in there somewhere, but I'm completely
No,
missing it.
no, that's
No,
not a
he's
joke.
probably
but-
being serious.
No,
No,
there's
there
a-
actually
there's
is
a-
one on the AO.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. I've seen the upward. I didn't see nothing about that.
Maybe you didn't get him enough money.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Let me in and I will tell. Ron says, let him in. You will tell.
Let Ron in. Help this man out, please.
Yeah, we're kicking.
Oops, never mind. Something came up. Just sorry.
Oh.
Hey, Alyssa.
All right. Well, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to punish Wiener for the indiscretion against my wife. But
It was more of
We
an
also-
indiscretion against you for forcing her to do that.
no, not
ain't been
even
working.
close.
Spank the wiener. Spank the wiener.
But guys, come check out the event. It's going to be a good event. Unfortunately, like I said, I won't be there. Hopefully I'll be at MegaCon. If not, then shit went real bad with MegaCon, and then I'll be there. So, like I said, 90% chance I'm not going to be there. I'm going to miss the opportunity to be at your guys' first big event at that AO. Miss the opportunity to shoot you in the dick with the tagging round.
Oh God,
Oh yeah,
So violent.
that's
he
yeah,
called
that's-
my wife a streetwalker. You don't think that? Look, I'm like Will fucking Smith.
Listen, hang on.
You
I'm not
are
saying
damn
he's
lucky,
okay.
sir. We're not at an award ceremony where I could get up, walk up on stage, and smack the shit out of you.
I'm not.
Keep
saying
my
that-
wife's name out your fucking mouth.
What's her name?
I'm
A
just-
Star? Oh, that's it. Yeah. Shots fired.
I stand with Will Smith.
That's awesome. My
but-
apologies for my
Bad joke. Bad joke.
joke.
Bad
Bad
joke.
Nervous
Bad joke.
indiscretions.
oh shit.
What?
Are they coming in on my Twitch stream?
Come here. You see that man right there?
Yep.
The one that's hiding his
Oh,
face,
no.
Wiener?
Beating up.
He called you a streetwalker.
Nah.
I could just scroll up in chat and they'll even say that escalated fast.
Yes,
I
it did.
can replay
Everybody's,
the
everybody's
video
on my ass about it. It
Of
was,
everybody
it
going
was meant
through.
to be a
Oh well.
He's even better looking
It's
in
at
person.
about the 1 hour and 40 minute mark if you really want to get like on it, honey. Kick your ass. All right. Well, with that being said,
You
we
feel
do have a
sorry
schedule
for the
to
old
keep to. Thank you. We'll talk more about dominance next week.
Yes, definitely. I got so
we'll
much
have-
shit I
we'll
got to
bring
do.
Juan on and yeah, you
Juan
know,
on?
yeah, we're gonna bring Ron on. At least he won't call my wife a streetwalker.
I mean, that we know of. Let's be honest here.
We're gonna go ahead and bring in Mac from Mind Games Production to talk a little bit about Wasteland 13.5. Wiener, you go get some sleep because obviously your
I
sleep
am again.
deprived
I gotta
self
work early again in
comes
the
up
morning,
with
so
really bad
fix
jokes
Fix
and all
more
that.
boob machines. Actually, it's
Um,
more boob machines.
guys, definitely check out. I was about to have a whole bunch of people join in here if I would have used that. Join the
ATAirsoftevents.com.
Yep, this one. Man, the comments flew so high that it took me a while to find the link on the chat. There you go,
There it is.
guys.
There
Check
you
it
go.
out. Really awesome AO.
Yeah, wow. For everybody watching on my Twitch stream, please come on over to the YouTube channel. I know that's counterproductive.
Wow, Stu, man. Whew. Does he actually have a girlfriend? He said he did, but I don't know.
Stu?
Stu.
How am I married to her?
Stu has a girlfriend. She's just rent by the hour.
There you go.
So
All right, I'll get out of here. You guys have a good one.
we'll talk
AT
about
Airsoft
dominance
Events.
next week.
Dominance,
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Get the hell out of my. All right, now we're gonna bring somebody on here. I swear to God, Mac, if you say anything,
Hey,
everybody.
Mac, he's got kids too. You may want to talk about them.
Everybody, well, please welcome Mac from My Game Productions, the mastermind behind the Wasteland series and of Diamond Dogs and a few other events down here in the South Florida region, or the Central Florida or Florida region, whatever. Southern U.S. Yeah, I'm still stumbling over my thing because of what happens. Anyways, you guys had 13.5 this weekend. I try saying something because I don't think we can hear you.
Oh, there we go. I'm on.
Yeah, okay. Sorry I didn't make it. I meant to message you, but with Damien and everything else, I hurt myself before coming up to the event. And when I was watching the weather, I was like, it's going to be a date.
Yeah.
It's going to be like Friday night at midnight type decision I make, or 10 o'clock decision. And when I saw it was going to be thunderstorms, I was like, I think it's going to get rained out. I don't want to drive 3.5 hours up to play for 3 hours and
Totally
not play at all.
No, totally understandable. Yeah, no, it was a good day. We actually, well, we did get some rain. We basically got a really, really good game up until lunch, and then the heavens opened up. And most of the folks, it was pretty hairy, and radar was looking bad. So a lot of folks went ahead and trucked out during the thunderstorm. It actually did clear later in the afternoon. We could have gotten a little bit more in, but it was at least probably a good 2 hours for the rain really clear. I mean, really cleared safely. But no, we had a really solid game. Attendance actually was really good. The .5 games. And for those of you that are wondering like, what the hell the .5 is, Wasteland is one of our event series, and we've been running it now for this is the 13th year we've been running it. For many, many years, it was an annual event, and then we started running a secondary event set in the spring. And we knew going into it, it wouldn't be as big as the events in the fall, so we kind of dubbed them the .5. So we might have Wasteland 12 in the fall, then the next one would be 12.5, then the next one would be 13, and we just had 13.5. Typically, the spring events are usually smaller. Usually we've probably been averaging about only 60 to 70 probably for the spring events. Usually it's like 2 or 3 times that for the fall. We had a really good turnout. We had actually just like 100 players that actually showed up. We had about an amazingly high number of walk-ons. It was good. It was a solid game. A lot of exceptional role play. That's one of the reasons why I'm also coming in a little late. We were just having an after action review with some of the other guys I just came in from. I've got some things I can talk about, but I just, if you have questions though, but I would say otherwise, it was a solid event. Great role play, good sportsmanship by everybody. We had a good time out there.
Yeah, Christian, I could base it off of what I heard from Toukan. A lot of what he was talking about. I obviously I was following the posts of all the stuff that was going down from 13.5. Part of me still regretted not going up there, but leading up to Damien and all that, he got his port. I don't know if you heard earlier, but he got his port in on Monday. Yeah. So we had to do a mad rush on Friday to get him going. Well, I decided to better my life and start exercising a little bit to try to lose some of the gut. And I decided to do sit-ups. And my body and sit-ups are not on speaking terms. In fact, they're fighting maliciously with each other. Combine that with having to lift Damien to take him to and from the doctor, something else got pulled. That gut got pulled hard, and I was still in pain come Friday. I was like, and then as soon as I mentioned going up there, and she goes, "Your son is going to go into surgery on Monday." She goes,
"Totally understandable."
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of stuff to do, so I was still disappointed I could not make it up there because it sounded like for the experiences that they were going over that you can read on the My Games production side. It was there was like all sorts of interactions and everything else. Shooting again was kind of low. There wasn't a lot of huge firefights and all that. I guess there was one major firefight. Am I correct?
There were a couple. There was one that I kind of got caught in the middle of. There was a couple. We as with all the Wasteland games, there tends to be a lot of negotiation and bargaining, and then little flurries of activity and action. This one was fun. We had a lot of props that I brought out to the field on this one. The Sunshine Band and NCR, they were rebuilding the power station. I had several CPUs, monitors, a bunch of computer parts out there, a bunch of big honking ass rolls of cable. So they were actually laying cable, but laying cable between the power station and another location. I mean, across a couple hundred yards of jungle. Some good stuff, really, really good. We had some really good activities, and we just had our after action review, kind of laying the foundation for the fall game, and some stuff that will be rolling out probably even in the coming weeks and months to get people prepared for that.
Now, one of the things I saw, and that was I don't know if you saw that from Toukan, that they got their apartment. So
Yeah, I did.
So one of the things I saw for the gameplay side was that Paul from Enclave decided that the NCR and Sunshine Band were not going to get that power station going without the Enclave's approval, and hoarded those electrical components. Well played, sir. What's up, Kevin? How you doing, brother? Sorry, Kevin. I did see your comment earlier, but we were sort of in still shock that somebody called my wife something. So we were like, didn't really respond well. I'm shooting was low. Enclave had a couple of large engagements in front of Poseidon. Enclave prevented NCR from activating the facility. Now, see, if I was there, it would have gotten activated. It would have been activated.
It wrapped up at a really excellent launching point for 14. To be honest, and even the after action review, someone mentioned that. Story-wise, the rain actually came at a good time because it actually stopped the action at a perfect pause point to basically launch again in the fall.
And I'm glad that that everybody that went there had a good time. I'm glad you guys had a lot of walk-ons. I always like to hear that something like what you're building continues to build, because there really isn't anything else like that in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the amount of detail that you've put into these events pales in comparisons to some of the stuff that we've seen in other locations. And what your rule set might not be 40 pages long like the one that's sitting right here in front of me still, but it allows players, especially new players, to jump into this thing, get an understanding of how to play, and really be able to get them to engage pretty quickly. And you have so many great players that are here that can help direct people along. It's fantastic. Let's see here. Love the player cards. Oh, you're talking about the
those perk cards, huh?
The perk cards, yeah. If the rain didn't call it short, I was gonna role play something to activate somehow, but we would be in charge. I love the confidence behind Paul's statements and all that, and that's the great thing about this event. Like, so many people might take it as like personal, like, how dare you? And reality is, it's really awesome. It's just, that's the role play fun portion of these events, and we obviously here are going to try to do everything that we can to build up your event down there in Ocala, because we are Christian and I have been working on trying to string all the events together, going from here up to Nuka Lanta and then all the way up to Geigerlands.
We've been hearing that a lot of the new that even an even larger group out of New Klein will be coming down in the fall too. So that's going to be great to see them.
Yeah, that's if they can build up a really good player base from Nuka Lanta at Wasteland, it'll probably make Nuka Lanta a better experience for me, at least. So before the safety and all that stuff that was there, I think everything goes through, and it could just, all these customer bases for all of us really start to build and build and build, because you're building up something really awesome. Welcome back, Papa.
Thank you.
So does anybody else have questions for Mac about the game and all that? I know that usually when he's on, it's a lot of me and him talking together.
Hey, man. Like, I really wish I could make it to frickin' event, but like life.
Well, like I say, if you can ever make it to one of them, shoot for the fall games. The fall games are the ones that are huge.
Yeah, I actually had my staff and everybody else talking about it to try to figure out how I can schedule it so I can disappear for 2 weeks at the end of a show to come to an event.
I spoke with Christian yesterday and have decided that at 14 we will be introducing a new character.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Oh wait, I was about to step away for a second, but so come again.
No, there will be no announcement of said character.
I'm just surprised you're deciding to go back. So
I'm going back under a certain.
Is this why you asked if I knew where to get a mini skirt your size?
That's been talked about a lot. Come on now. How do you think Star and I make our money? No? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch you.
Okay.
Hey, honey.
There it is. No. There's a character that we talked about briefly about a year and a half ago, and then I kind of built the character a little bit more, and it adds a little something to what already exists. It adds another piece, and it was kind of based on what they saw at what Christian saw at this game. They jokingly told me that they were very proud to be armed to the teeth by Dead End Outfitters. The merchant caravan now carries micro guns and SGR 12s and things of that nature. So people were less likely to attack and rob them. So based on some of that, based on the power dynamic, I talked to him about a new character, and I will be trying to run that new character at Wasteland 14.
I look forward to it. Look forward to seeing it. But yeah, no, but it was a good time, and again, I know it's a little outside the wheelhouse of a lot of the hardcore mill simmers, but again, anybody that's really looking for a really different, unusual experience, or who also happens to be a fan of also like Fallout, sci-fi, any basically kind of like living in a computer game. It's like a pretty cool experience.
I've said it before. It's not my kind of gameplay, and the one time I did go, and I'm looking forward to going back. The one time I did go, I had a wonderful time. I just have to make sure that I do not show up looking like somebody's lost child at a beach again. I just can't have that this time.
No, it's okay. Actually, I saw Jay had a question. Hey, Jay, no, actually, no, the New Jersey game, no, that was not us. That must have been someone else. We've been, again, we're going to be approaching, this fall will be 14 years running them down here in Florida. And I've run some events also in Georgia and even at some sci-fi conventions in Columbus and Indianapolis, but I haven't done anything up in New Jersey.
I just want to interject. The wife just actually said something to me, Papa. She said, "Where's her money?" She just wanted to signify that. She told me, she goes, "Remember I told you I was pimping now? Well, midget sex is a great thing." So she goes, "Bitch, where's my money?"
I have told you many a times I am a fetish. There's a dark corner of the internet where I belong.
Anyhow. I'm so glad you're coming back, Greg, because I always have fun playing with you. I guess we'll find. I don't need to know anything about your character. I just need to know if I got to protect you again.
Oh, I will definitely require protection. That's for sure. Said many of my dates.
That's what she said. So I guess I'm back onto your back on your protection detail.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. You'll see. You'll see.
That's fine. I don't care about what your character you're doing because I want to be surprised. I just need to know. Obviously, I take it I'm still wearing my Hawaiian shirt and I'm still in your protection detail.
It's always good to see new characters, and it's also really cool when we see whole new factions start. We had a new Florida Rangers crew that got started this year, basically running the first kind of like dedicated law enforcement faction. Kind of like the Arizona Rangers, basically, but in Florida. First one of those we've seen on the field for a number of years. So that they were a nice operation. Tunnel snakes, we've had a small tunnel snake presence for a while. They were out in force this year, also selling energy weapons. They actually had a little cart full of energy weapons. They were
Oh
going
wow,
around
that's
trying
cool.
to sell people. And so it's kind of neat to see. Almost every year, I mean, some of these some factions, they may be around for a year or two. Some of them, just settle in, and we have them around for years. It's great. I saw, yeah. So the question about Smurf I am in Columbus used to run some events at Origins in Columbus and at Gen Con in Indianapolis. We haven't done them. We also used to run them in MegCon here for a while too.
Did you guys used to do at Origins? You guys took over a small hall outside the dealers.
The Space Marine event, all right? Did you
Yeah.
go to that? Yeah, that was us.
Yeah,
That was us.
I was one of the artists set up in the hall across the way.
Yeah. No, for a number of years, we used to go to these the big science fiction conventions, and we did basically kind of like this immersive, like a 1 hour experience of kind of like a Space Marine
Freaking
activity.
insane.
It was a blast. We ran it with LPEGs, those low power electric guns, these really weak ass little things, but it was an absolute blast. We'd run about, we basically would take over an event hall. We would set up a maze essentially using pipe and drape, and then later on we started getting a modular wall system that was easy to set up and tear down. And we'd run about I think we ran about 15 players an hour every hour through the event. And we basically paired them up with about 3 to 4 staff members that ran with them as like embedded NCOs. So we divide them into fire teams, squads. We were in character, yelling at them, screaming, running through, and different scenarios. One year, a couple years, we'd fight aliens, then we did space pirates, and we did a couple different threats. But it was a blast, and there was electronic props, immersive shit they would get involved with.
Yeah, there's one year they set them up right next to the artist alley, and my table is against the adjoining wall, and randomly I would hear somebody yelling, and my brain would jump up, and I'd be like,
they were fun. That they were an absolute blast. We loved them. The staff loved them. The only thing was, man, it was so freaking much work to put them together, and actually to get, because like we would basically have a traveling entourage of about 12 folks to run the event, but getting like 12 people to like get off like a week off from work to do all this stuff and travel out of state, it was a blast, but it just started becoming a little difficult to put together. I met the guy, hey Mac, I met the guy from the Institute. Oh yeah. You're thinking of Quentin. I can't think of his last name escapes me right now, but it's
Is it Quentin Camones or whatever?
Hang on, man. Let me look at
Younger guy with long hair is his profile picture?
No, different guy.
Okay. Stop.
Talk amongst yourselves. I'll look him up since we got a specific word.
When was the last time that you were there at Origins?
But the last time we ran one of those, I'll admit, was probably about. Yeah, it was probably at least a good. Well, it's maybe 5 years. It's probably been. It might have been about 5 years since we've done one of those. Yeah, we do miss them, but man, God, they were logistically challenging.
I was just wondering if I was there because I was there in 17 and 18.
18
we
might have
was
been.
not a good year.
I'll dig some. I'll have to dig some.
Get out of there! Out!
Oh, here it's Quentin Speed. That's it. Quentin Speed was the Institute point of contact.
No, it's you obviously put a lot of time and effort into the event and all that, and we've taken some inspiration from you when it comes to the Geigerland events. We steal from everybody, and I'm looking forward to 14. Huh?
Said at least you admit it.
Yeah, everybody steals from everybody. I mean, hell, the entire game's stolen from a video game.
Now we look forward to seeing you out there. And listen, I hope to see you also in May. I'm actually tonight. I've been working on the King and Country Players pack. And
when is that? When is that?
May 14th. That's and I'm really.
I think I already put that in. Did I already? Stop it! Sorry. This dog. You would think that she is like like neglected or ignored or anything else, and she just does not stop when she wants attention. I already have it on my calendar. King of Country, May 14th. It's on my plan to go. I have nothing else scheduled for that weekend.
Cool. I should have the players pack out probably this weekend. I'm about halfway done with it right now.
And then is that going to be more of another role play storyline, or is that going to be more milsim-y?
That is really more of a milsim. It's a milsim probably in the same way that the America series was a milsim. It's a milsim storyline, milsim tactics, scenarios, uniforms, but just in an alternate history setting.
Nice. And is there going to be dedicated camo colors? Do you know, or is it going to be?
Yeah, we're gonna run the usual green base, tan base mix, and then we've also got faction dedicated for black and urban, and then the black and tan, kind of contractor look too. So we got a lot to choose from.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm looking for. I'll look forward to going to that. I have that one tied in. I'll see how many of the boys I can go together. Chris, I know you're watching. You might as well just plan for that one, son. Oh yeah, where's Tinker been? All right, I'm getting questions from PJ. I love it whenever we start streaming. All of a sudden, yourself. That's actually an excellent question. So, I mean, I'm really looking forward to try to bring as many people as possible up for that, because it's gonna be at Wayne's World again, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. See, Chris. Yep. What's the ticket price going to be looking like that? The standard tickets, or
it'll probably be 35 pre-reg, 40 on site, probably.
Okay. Awesome. And then how many players is your sellout point? Like how many players do you expect max on the field?
I'd like to see. I mean, since this is one of our more milsim games, and it's also not getting too deep into the summer yet. I mean, the weather still shouldn't be too unbearable. I mean, I'm hoping we'll see about 130 to maybe 150. I'm hoping for. It's first time run, but so far everyone that I've told the kind of concept to really likes it. And we're really hoping this might become the foundation of a new event series, kind of like the America series was. We're hoping this might be the launching point for a new series.
Yeah, as much as I loved America, there was always that one little problem that we had with it.
Yeah.
It was just, and
some
now
people, yeah.
Yeah, now it's even more cringe than it was before.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of why. I've
Really?
taken a hiatus from the America series.
It was
I played America several times.
Well, it's a great series. It was a great series, but the all the little Variaboos came out in force, and some of them were kind of cringe.
No.
Yeah, a couple of the guys that got a little bit too into character on the German side, and I had like some of those outfits were a little bit too spot on, and there was a couple points where I had to walk away. Although I did gas the entire, I did kill all the civilians. That's still my favorite moment, like being in the parking lot and somebody goes, "There's a chemical gas." I was like, kill the contract, kill that mechanic. He's the one that did it, and they killed everybody in there.
Was that the America? That was the America at
yeah, that's where
Black Tiger.
Yeah, and I was just on the radio being like, "Kill the civilians." They say, "Kill the civilians, kill the civilians." There's some great moments. It was just a whole lot of cringe. So if this replaces that, I'm looking forward to it. I'm really psyched. I'm really hyped. I think that'll be pretty badass because it really was that was a really fun event. A lot of people had a great time there, and it's one of the things is there's something to be said about the hardcore Milsim games. Like the Milsim West games, or like what TCA is starting to do now with their Iron. Is it Iron Dagger? I think it's their Iron Dagger series, where they're going 36 hours. That's great for the people that really want to get into that. I like Milsim Light. I'm there to play the game and have fun. So I'm really looking forward to seeing just how are there going to be some role players there as well? for
I'd
King
like
Country?
to. There'll be the opportunity for us to inject NPCs. I mean, there's plenty of great opportunities for us to inject NPCs, but the missions will not be specifically reliant on it. So
Okay.
when I basically roll out the players pack and kind of unveil the full scope of it, I am also going to do a shout out at the time if anyone's interested in. If anyone digs the idea, but they actually want to come out as an NPC. It's also not a bad feature too for wives, girlfriends, boyfriends that don't play, but kind of want to have some involvement. Saying, well, hey, honestly, I'd love to work them in. We'll actually get them out there and let them take part in that capacity too.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely down to take over the Jaeger faction again, as long as it's not the Jaeger faction. That was funny how I got thrown into that. Who wants to run the Jaeger faction? I was like, you guys need help with something? They go, it's you. I was like, oh, gee, thanks. And then I screamed myself hoarse the entire day. Go, go, go. That's awesome. You have a lot of great stuff that's coming out on the horizon. And I can't wait for 14. I'll be at King and Country now with bells on. I actually think I need to wear. People are complaining that I'm sneaking up on them too much in my bright ass Hawaiian shirt, so I guess I will need to wear bells now. Is there anything else that you want to, pimp out, promote, and everything else?
No, not really. Again, I may go ahead and drop off in a minute. I've been with the after action call before this. I've been on for a while, so no, thank you for getting me on. And like I said, everybody stand by. Players pack for King and Country should be out probably this weekend. You'll see a lot more promotions coming out on that soon. And as we get closer, love to come back on and talk a little more about that.
Are you dropping tickets next week then? Tickets?
Should be. Yeah, possibly. Probably even as early as this weekend.
All right. Well, why don't we have you on next Tuesday to talk about it so you can prop it up a little bit. We'll have you on after Wiener. After Weber, because Wiener's in timeout right now.
If you're not getting tired of me, and I won't insult your wife, if you get tired of me, sure.
Awesome. We'll talk about it then. So, Mac, thank you for coming on. Really do appreciate it. Do I have to wear a Hawaiian shirt? I don't think we're wearing Hawaiian shirts for this one. We'll figure out what side we're going to be on. Either tan or green, Chris. So we'll rock it.
All right, guys.
We'll see you later, Mac.
Take care. Thanks.
Mac from Mind Games Productions. Thank you very much. Let's kick him out. There we go. He's out. All right. So, yeah, it's great to hear that you're coming back for 14 there, Greg.
Yep. But you'll see. It should be a good time.
You know what? I think we had a really great time.
Shut up, Dave.
One North first.
If you recall correctly, I did.
Because you got everybody's money.
Because I got everybody's money. That's right.
Oh,
that's what I did.
Oh God, that was too damn
fun.
All
for the money.
The evil laughter. We had a blast when we were out there. When I was walking around following you and everything else, the pseudo acting of we gotta move now and you're not moving. I was like, let's go. We get stopped by friggin' super mutants.
Nah.
Why? And then one time, why'd you kill us all? You shot my papa. We did because we weren't there. All right. With that being said, Greg, I was talking with Sin about this, about the events that are going to be going on at Crescent for 2023, right?
2023. I'll be dead by then.
I mean, if you keep insulting his wife, probably.
Yeah.
He's been insulting her for years. He's still alive.
No, I don't insult my wife. Literally, we were acting as living chess pieces doing stage combat, and she punched me right in the nose and bloodied my nose. And that was a pulled punch. Yeah.
Yeah, she says it was pulled.
Right?
The look of sheer horror on her face.
Can you finish my gun first? Wow. Anyway. Chris wants to know if you can finish his gun before he dies. Before you die.
I would love to.
Yeah.
Sorry. 2023. Yeah.
So 2023, we're actually be doing 4 events up at the prison. So 2 milsim and 2 role play. The other role play game we want to do is a John Wick one. Yeah, I like there's the look.
No look for me. Good luck with it. I'm saying no. Good luck with it. Have at it.
And by we, he means him.
Yeah. Yep. Good luck with it. You give it a shot. See if you can pull it off.
Oh, that was mostly just a joke. We are going to be doing 4 events up at next year at Crescent. We're going to be doing 2 milsim. So it's going to be Syndicate 2, and then the Fallout theme game about a month later, and then later on in the year we're going to do another milsim or another role play event, then another milsim. So we're going to start and end each year with a milsim event. So
still want to do a zombie event.
We might come out with it. The problem that comes down with it is how do we sustain that for an entire 2 weekends of gameplay for the role play, and how do we get people
2 weekends?
A full weekend, 2 days, 2 days.
Okay.
Or
I was confused for a minute there.
Yeah, he said 2 weekends. Yeah.
Sorry,
Augie?
my bad. What's up, Augie? So, she got revenge for all your gun purchases. Yeah, I'm in. So we're still trying to play around with those other dates, but we do have Scorched Earth coming in the first week in November. So weekend November 4th through the 6th up there. So hopefully we'll avoid the snowstorm at the prison.
Well, now you won't because you said something.
What's my people? Yes, Murph. We certainly will. We're probably going to be going earlier in April for Syndicate 3, and then probably sometime in May for Geigerlands 2. So we want to give people enough time to recover for both events. With that being said, those are most of the announcements that are done for this for today. On Thursday, we'll be having for just the guys for CP Milsim. We'll be having I'll be doing a live stream Thursday, talking all about Syndicate 2, rule sets, and all that fun stuff. And then talking a little bit more about Geigerlands. So, with that being said, it is now time for Joker Nut Time, or as we like to call it, Tech Time, or like they like to call it, Tech Time with Papa and Virchew. So, gentlemen, have at it.
All right, so you guys got any questions for us? Now is the time.
We're going to start off the right way and just ask first. What do you guys got? You know, there's
PJ wants a 400 millimeter barrel.
Yeah, I know. Sorry, I got your voicemail yesterday. I guess it was. I will bring it up to you. Asked if I would bring it up to Pennsylvania. I will. Yes, sir.
Well, that's waiting, Papa. I'm going to commit some heresy. I'm going to HK my TK-45 just so I can put that kit on it.
You're going to HPA your TK-45?
Yep.
Just so you could fit that kit on it?
Yep. I don't have anything else that's not an M4.
I'll send you a King Arms 9mm. It that literally has an M4 body.
The King Arms?
Yeah, the King Arms 9mm, or the Foxtrot, the Vulcan Foxtrot. Either one of those will work.
Yeah, I know. It just won't look the same. I wanted the body, you know.
Well, so the King Arms has not. It doesn't have that whole front like that, but it is 9mm. So,
I wonder if I can buy just the front.
Any way to fix an AEG upper body wobble?
Where's it wobbling?
Yeah, is it wobbling at the barrel? Is it wobbling at the split between the upper receiver, lower receiver? Yeah, Dave, I'm gonna have you covered by next game day. You'll be all set. I'm behind because of the move, and I'm scrambling to try to get everything together.
Chris?
What about Chris?
He says, "Oh Lord, he reads."
Oh. Split of the upper and lower. Depends on who makes it. Is it polymer or is it metal? And is it a JG? Not JG. Who are the ones that have the rear body pin actually goes through the upper receiver? Sometimes those eye holes break. You know what I'm talking about?
G&P?
Does G&P have that? Oh, G&G ARP 9 has a.
No, they don't.
You got a problem then. That's you got a problem. If you're getting a wobble between the upper and lower receiver on an ARP 9, you have an issue.
What did you do to the ARP 9? That's my first question.
Ooh, Chris is in trouble.
Yeah, that's. I mean, there's an issue there because that's a very, very tight receiver group, and if it's wobbling, there's a problem. And while we wait on that, so we didn't talk about there were two gun manufacturers that we didn't talk about when we were talking about the guns, like banned guns or hard to control guns, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
ASG has a gun, and I forget what it's called, but it's a CO2 rifle. It has almost like an alpha stock style thumb hole, and Wind Gun makes it's basically like an extended revolver that's CO2.
Talk about the TAC.
What What's that?
ASG TAC. TAC.
Yes. What? Can I tell your son Carter to go to bed so he can stop freaking out? Why is he freaking out?
Go to bed, Carter, now.
The MP5? Don't make me come over there.
There you go.
I got it secondhand, fighting with eBay to do a bad sale, missing items. I might be stuck with it, so I might need to fix it. Rail wobbles as well. That's different. Oh, God. I'd have to look at it.
If the upper and the lower are wobbling, chances are, I would say the gearbox shell's not the one that's supposed to be in there.
Could be.
As far as like rail wobble, depends on the nut.
Yeah.
There's a lot to source out there, bud. Yeah, but the ASG TAC wasn't actually meant to be an airsoft gun. It's 6mm BBs, but it was designed for 6mm steel.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and people started bringing them out to airsoft.
Yeah, because that thing's a monster. Somebody brought one out, and then the Wind Gun makes that revolver. I think it's Wind Gun who makes it. It's a revolver rifle.
Yes.
And that thing's kind of nasty, too.
Again, that was designed for steel BBs.
Yeah, those there, I mean, they're neat designed guns. Just, you're welcome, Dave. Neat designed guns, just without one of those two actually didn't have a hop-up, which is, excuse me, probably what you were talking about, not designed for 6mm plastic.
Yeah, I'm looking at them right now, and apparently Airsoft Station is selling them. It's the ASG TAC.
Well, I can get it. I can get it to. I bet if you looked at Airsoft Megastore, you'll see it there too, because I can get it through UK Arms. Yeah. CO2 powered airsoft sniper rifle with bipod.
If you go to Yeah, if you go to the ASG site, it lists them as steel.
It maps it out at 105. CO2 non-blowback. Muzzle velocity 420 to 450 FPS. Hop up. Yes, fixed.
Yeah. Pyramid Air has them too for 104, and it says steel BBs can ricochet. Is the warning they have on here.
Steel BBs can
Ricochet.
Wow.
Gun was built up as SSG.
Jeez. I mean, the tack just looks like a really long pistol with a butt. It doesn't even look like it was originally designed as a right. Like it's got that weird look. But the wind gun revolver. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. The hell was this thing called? Let's see. Gun was built up as a SSG. If I get stuck with it, I'll bring it to Papa for once over. Stock was broken, and 2 items were missing from the deals. Oh my God! You better be able to return that. Gearbox may not be the stock one, but not a tech. Yes, Papa, I made an oops. It's okay. We've all done it.
I found it. It's the wind gun M117.
Yeah.
Herd Wolf.
Yes, the Herd Wolf. Yep. I've actually had one of those. It's
that is a Dan Wesson that somebody glued some shit to.
Yep, basically, because they realized that the Dan Wesson shoots 450 feet per second, like a friggin' DMR, so might as well put it in a DMR.
I kind of want one just to cut the barrel down, cut the stock off. I mean,
leave the barrel long and cut the stock off.
Yeah, that would be a sick ass little rifle or pistol, whatever the ATF wants to call it.
That's a Johnny Dangerously pistol, is what that is.
Yeah. Chimera Junior.
Oh. We got a blue one.
And to answer your question about the Chimera Junior, I'm still standing. I'm waiting to get my hand on one before I make a verdict on it.
I got nothing. Who's carrying them right now?
Army Shop UK. Let's see, Hangar 18's got them. Somebody is already bootlegging them on the 3D market.
I could believe that.
Looks like they're all imports.
What, everybody who's carrying it?
Yeah. There's a bunch of UK and European sites that have it.
Huh. Is that really right? No way. Let's see. Nope. Trying to find something for you there, Virchew.
All right.
Okay. Really? Oh, that out of stock there too. Trying to find that Herd Wolf for you. I got the one I have an order. I'm waiting on. And then did some. Fourth, I'm waiting for another response. Yeah, Chris. Honestly, man, it's buying used. Honestly, the only time I buy used is when it's something I gotta have, and I don't care what condition it comes in. I'll fix it. Um, that's the only time I'll buy, unless I'm right in front of the person and I can test everything out about it, because it may look super clean, but they may have been dry firing the shit out of that thing. It might, there's so many things can go wrong. I've seen guns come in missing nozzles, just completely missing the nozzle. There so many things can go wrong with it. Wonder. So I would. If you can get your money back, I would definitely say do so, and we'll see. Oh, by the way, if anybody's looking for an MTW, I know someone who's selling one. Good, very, very, very good condition. He's guy comes into the shop. The full package that he has to sell. He's got MTW rig with line and tank, whole deal. He has. He also has the race stock that can go with it. I've actually put that race stock on and taken it off for him. He wasn't thrilled with the race stock. And he's got some other stuff with it as well. And he's looking to make a deal. So if anybody's interested in looking for an MTW, lightly used, hit me up. I'll put you in contact with him.
Glad that Rick Starman finally got his NTW back, right?
Well, he found it. I don't know that he got it back. He found it. A guy bought it and then sold it, and then the next guy who bought it, I think, is how it worked. How he ended up finding it. But the poor kid paid like $550 for it, and so he can't just be like, "Yeah, give it back now." So.
Well, he can, because it was stolen. But what he could also do is he could also file a police report where it was bought at, and then go after the guy that stole. If I know for a fact that somebody stole my airsoft gun and sold to somebody else, I'll be outing the fucker that stole my gun. I wouldn't let him hide behind the wall of obscurity just because I'd be highly pissed off and I'd be highly angry. And then that person doesn't need to be around any airsoft field because they're only going to steal a gun again.
The guy, from my understanding, the guy wasn't part of the airsoft community. He wasn't a player.
Well, he knew enough to sell it for $550.
Nah, anybody can do research. So.
Yay, internet.
Huh. You really guys got nothing else? We're going to sit here and talk about wind guns. Oh, what do you know about the SSP 18?
The full auto wannabe Glocky.
Yeah, the Navrich SSP.
Why are we talking about Navrich garbage on this channel?
So far, 4 of them I've worked on, all of them broken hammers.
Who are they based on? Do you know
I was looking at it. It looks like it's a mix between we and God. I just had this conversation.
AW?
No, hold on. I got to go back through a conversation I was having with somebody else real quick.
We're talking about it because it's come up a couple times for me, and I have no experience with them. I don't give a lot of credence to the gentleman's company. To me, it's I don't know. I haven't found. I find a lot of what he does to be suspect.
KJ Works.
Okay.
It's literally the KJ. It's the KJ Works KP 12
with probably downgraded parts again.
Yeah, so it's the KJ Works KP 12 with the other parts came from the KJ Works KP13. So it's a KJ Works Glock. Just like the SSP1 is a KJ Works High Kappa.
Let's see. Just out of curiosity, look something up here. Retail is... Oh, it's not for sale. Not currently available. Oh, no, there it is. So, US dollars, KJ Works KP13CG system, which appears to be exactly that gun. Even the upper slide is not even different.
It's 125.
I actually just found it for 105.
All right. And
oh no, the upper slide, the 13. The slide's a little bit different. It's got 3 holes instead of 1.
Yeah, that's the slide from the 12. So if you look at the KP12, that's the slide.
Yeah. So yeah, this is shit. 105. I found the 13C. So, what does he do that makes it a that makes it $100 more? Here's a real tech question. I have an Elite Force 1911 TAC that won't feed when BBs are in the mag. Slide gets stuck after blowback.
Philips. With BBs in the mag, does it fire if the mag is in without BBs? If you can load an empty mag in with gas and no BBs, and then it cycles and fires, either your nozzle or your feet lips are fucked. If it does the same thing with multiple mags, okay.
So fire, it'll dry fire. But when there's BBs in it, the nozzle.
It's the feed lip on the nozzle's not.
Yeah.
Either that or you manage to fuck up. There's something wrong with your nozzle. It's either the nozzle return spring or the nozzle itself. Yep. It's either your nozzle return spring or the nozzle itself.
Yep. Yeah, it I bet you did you don't have to answer this out loud, just ask yourself this question. Did you maybe happen to slam a mag in there one time or every time? Because you do that, it will, depending on how you do it with the BBs in it, it will hit that nozzle, the front of the nozzle. Oh.
Yep, somebody slapped a mag in there because they wanted it to be tactical.
Yep. I actually had a guy who did that. He was doing that with his brand new G&G, and he took it home and he's like, it's not firing, it's messing it. Brings it in, I look at it, and the whole thing. I said, I looked at his buddy. I said, does he tap the bottom of the mag? He goes, yeah. I said, tell him don't do that. It's not real steel. It doesn't need to happen. He's like, that'll do it. I said, yeah, watch. And he comes in. I said, here, do me a favor to hand him the gun and the mag. It's again firing to the box for me. He takes the mag, puts it in, and like with force, wham! It slaps the bottom of the mag. I'm like, yeah, there you go. Good job. He's like, what do you mean? I said, there's no need to do that. Put it in, it clicks, it's done. Mainly bought it because it needed the mag. Fair enough. That works.
That works.
Yep. I've seen that. GHK.
Sorry, I'm curious now as to what makes this gun premium. So I'm going through like theirs and comparing it to the stock KP. Apparently, the fluted barrel is worth the extra $100 because there's legit nothing else different.
Let's see, brass metal barrel. He comes with. Well, I'm reading the KP13. I gotta laugh at this because it does say, where is it? Comes with metal slide with heat dissipation holes. because of how hot, great gas blowback guns get. But that aside,
wouldn't it be the opposite? Wouldn't it get colder? Like
they do. Yes.
I
mean that's what the holes are there for in real steel. But I get it. I just thought it was funny.
Here's the thing with it. Here's the thing that I one half of me respects him that he's an entrepreneur and everything else, that he's built a brand. He's capitalized, got it. I get that. But the problem that comes up is that all the shit that he's putting out is just that. It's garbage. It's shit. It's downgraded. It's not worth the fucking price. But we, the three of us, and probably most of the people in the chat, are not his actual customers that he's targeting. His target customers are the people that watch his channel and want to mimic him and get to something that, oh, this is Novrich. I guess the first generation SSG 24 wasn't actually a good rifle, but since then, everything went downhill because he's trying to maximize his profit at the expense of the player base.
No, I get what he's doing. I respect the hustle. I just, like, EMG has the best way of dealing with this, I think, which is they slap their name on something and say, hey, this is the EMG version. Yeah. Now, if you were to contact KJ Works and release the Novrich version of the KP12, I would give him less shit.
Yeah. Add a little blue to it like EMG does. That's their trademark color. Is that blue?
They're blue. Or it's KJ Works KP12 with a fluted barrel, the Novrich edition. I would not give him an ounce of shit.
Right. But when he rebrands it completely, yes.
I'm looking at spec to spec on this, literally the only difference is his name is on it and it's got a fluted barrel.
That's I'm not.
What the hell just happened?
We became more important than you.
You did it.
I didn't do anything. My hands weren't even on the.
It should be its own segment, reading ridiculous product specs for Novrich products.
Dude, I wanted to do a segment just reading ridiculous airsoft products. Like, oh god, somebody had a.
What was the one we did last week? Was it from Evic? It had just a bunch of buzzwords in it.
Yeah, I can't even remember what the hell it was.
Yeah, just a bunch of buzzwords. My biggest problem, look, I'm not. This is not me saying how great I am or anything like that. But all of the guns that I put my new name on, like the VD that is getting ready to be released, starts its life off as, and I've said this time and time again, the classic Army M110. The whole build relies solely on that gun. That's why it hasn't come out yet, because they just re-released after years. Just re-released the M110. I'll admit that freely. Now, the gun is completely stripped and gutted and turned into a new gun, but I still say that's what it started its life out as. I think that needs to happen. I think if you're using somebody else's something, at least give them the credit to say that you used it.
Yeah, thanks, Tyler. That's what it was. We were talking about the SSR 90, the P90, which was nothing but buzzwords.
Because, I'm sorry, I'm still pissed off. You get charged $15 for a fucking grub screw.
I mean, you can go to like fucking
yes, but
Lowe's.
But if you don't know, and you're like, or you get paid, you have to pay $30 fucking for a nozzle adapter to use their goddamn to use his goddamn suppressor for his rifle. I mean, that's the stupid shit I'm talking about. That should be either part of the gun or it should be part of the fucking part of the suppressor, or at least it should be saying you need this too. But it's not there. It doesn't. So what happens is you buy the two things, you get it home, and then you look at it and you're like, oh, how can I attach this? Oh, now you need to spend.
Okay, I'm sorry. Keep talking.
Yeah. Now you got to spend $30 fucking bucks to get it in there.
Speaking of weird shit, I guess Papa, I got them in stock. Well, I got one left. HFC's flintlock.
I got one for Christian.
Yeah, we got 3 in stock, and they literally like that day went out.
Tell everyone, please make sure you tell them These are not dual source. They are not dual source. They are green gas only. If they try to put a CO2 in there, it will not work because there's no puncture point. It's literally not. I had to disassemble the gun completely to remove the CO2 that Christian put in there and tried to crank down. They at some point were built to be CO2 as well as green gas, it appears.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
wow.
you can unscrew the bottom, and it has a reservoir for a CO2 cartridge.
Huh? I never even noticed that. Like we HPA tap one.
You could probably HPA tap one, but there is no puncture. There's no puncture system in it.
Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, you gotta be careful. What I was getting ready to say about Novrich, by the way, though, dude, his website is phenomenal. I can't say a negative thing about it.
Who, Novrich's website?
Yeah, dude, his freaking website's awesome.
Yeah, go ahead and buy an SSG 10 and get a suppressor. See what fucking happens.
I'm just saying, dude, his fucking website is amazing.
He should have enough money to pay for a decent website, considering how much he rips off his customers.
I'm just saying, guys, look, you don't got to buy the gun, but go to his website and just look up the SSP 18, just that page.
Okay, so I did some math here. So if you like the SSP 18, right? You can go to his website, order the lower frame for $24, the barrel for $10, then go buy the KJ Works KP 18, and it's still cheaper than buying the SSP 18.
No,
we've done the math.
He's selling the lower frame for $24. You still, if you do it that way, you save $40 instead of buying the gun.
Wow.
And hell, depending on your local tech, I would do the assembly for you for like $20.
So you're still coming in $20 cheaper.
Yeah.
Damn. Designed to shoot heavy BBs, 0.32 gram recommended.
Isn't that like standard now, 0.32s?
Well, so that's it. It does say it comes with a 601 barrel. Does the KJ Works come with, does it come with that?
Dimensions does not list the barrel. Let me look.
Crazy.
Stock inner barrel for the KJ Works KP 13, 6.01.
Couldn't even do that. But it's not an average. The price comes from it's a clone from a gun from the Dev Guru SEAL Team 6. Wait.
I'm confused by that.
I got a $309. Yeah, I got to put my glasses on for this one. I got a $399 gun from eBay. The price comes from the fact it's a clone from a gun from the Dev Guru SEAL Team 6. I want to upgrade it. You spent $400 on a pistol?
Is it a 416?
Hey, Gert.
Is it a pistol? Hang on.
Hey, Gert, whenever you feel like just throwing away money, look, man, I just... I could put it to good use.
Let's see. What was the gun? SOCOM Noveski and for NSR9. All right, so it's out of stock now, right?
It's a rifle.
Yeah.
Got it from a box of awesome. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's broken.
Yeah, dude,
Sorry.
it's not broken. It's most of the things they put in the box of awesome are things they don't sell or they desperately want to get rid of.
No, there's been
Mhm.
not to like bad mouthing, like there's been definitely some stuff that was boneyard shit that they stuffed in the box of awesome.
Yeah, and it doesn't surprise me. But again, just like none of it's like.
Yeah, it's all the stuff that doesn't sell or they're done with. Like it had its end run and there's just some left over. Yeah.
A lot of them come from when the stores pull guns off the wall that have been up there forever to make room. They end up in boxes of awesome. So it's hit or miss. Okay, I got it. SOCOM gear, Gen 2. What's in it? Nothing.
Yeah.
Why is this gun $400?
Authentic Noveski trademarks.
Okay.
And
it's key mod.
Fully licensed receiver. And that's probably it. They probably had to pay for the licensing. The only other thing that makes it any different at all, like it says, now I would have to see it. It's got a thinner hand grip, but it can only be just so thin to take a motor. Doesn't say who's it made? SOCOM Gear Noveski. Who's the actual?
OEM? I have no idea. Unless SOCOM gear is the OEM, which again, that's a weird one.
I got there's some mixed reviews going on with it also. But
I mean, I guess we start with the basic questions. What do you want the gun to do, man? It looks like a good starting point. There's nothing really special standing out on this gun.
yeah,
hopefully you got other stuff in that box of awesome and not just this. Because if you did, then it wasn't quite awesome. It was kind of box of
mediocre.
Yeah.
I mean, if you pay, would you pay $175, $199?
I think it's $225 if it was the most recent one.
Now?
Yeah.
No, I mean, based on retail price, you got a deal. I mean, you can't take that from them. Based on the retail price, you got a deal. But
except it wasn't selling. That's why.
Well, what a lot of people are saying in the reviews is that it's very sturdy. It feels strong. It does have a neat look to it. If you look at the upper receiver, it's got a neat look, kind of like a hex cut look.
Yeah, I dig it, but I don't. It just doesn't justify that price.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't $300 dig it or $400 dig it, but it's definitely got a neat look to it. I like how it flows with the octagonal rail. The upper receiver flows with the octagonal rail. That part looks good. The end of the rail kind of looks unfinished. I would definitely put some kind of large flash hider or suppressor on it just to cover that up. But
I love how most of the reviews say that I got it from a box of awesome.
Yeah, I would, Gert, I would tell you honestly, run it for a little bit before you ever take anything apart. Even before we put a D-hop in it. I don't want to tell you to separate the upper receiver and lower receiver until something goes wrong, because from what some of the reviews are saying, that might be the thing that's holding it together.
VFC. So, it's OEM's VFC.
Really?
Yep.
No shit.
So who knows? It may be a beast. Run it and then figure out what you want to do with it. Sorry, they clone licensed manufacturer perfect clone rifle. Yeah. EMG Strike Industries AG looks great. It's GMP. So GMP, personally, has always fallen into one of two categories: amazing body, shitty internals.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculously good internals, crappy body. They have yet to make a gun that covers both categories.
I think they have two different QC departments.
Yeah.
What it is. when they build a gearbox that doesn't break, they put it in a non QC receiver set, so it's got gaps and doesn't fit together properly. That's been my experience.
And it's always one of the two. Like I've got a couple of bodies. I have one GMV body that's lasted with me for almost 20 years. The damn thing's a tank. The gearbox that was in it literally broke after 2 months.
All right. Well, then we can put a D-hop in it. That's fine. If you want to take it apart, if you want me to do that, that's okay. I mean, it's not a big deal to do. I just, based on some of the reviews I was reading, I don't want to do one thing or another.
Just so you guys know, I'm about to say we're over 3 minutes over. Yep. So you guys are done with tech time. Oh. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, or as what Disney says now, hello, friends. That was our From the Barracks tonight. We talked about Stonebreaker. Wait, hold on. Before we end, we just gotta do this one more time.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
We're gonna run up. Yep. Okay. Then I'll get those two. I got it. Get your gun out. We're gonna round the whole front. I have a pistol and a sniper rifle. Let's go. You go ahead and do that. 3, 2, 1, go. Roll! Go. Everyone, go. Good shit. Good. You're a monster.
On that note, that is our show for this week. That is still going to probably be a clip that we continue to play out there. I want to give Tonka a huge shout out. Check him out on Instagram, _Tonka. I'm Joker from Players Wanted. With me is the man, the myth, the legend of the shortest stature but biggest heart, Greg Paparisi from Dead End Outfitters. The dude you have to watch out for your girlfriends with. The man with the hawk. The king of the high capras. Sin from Crucible, Virchew from Crucible. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming on. We talked about a lot of great stuff tonight. We got a lot of stuff to talk about next week, too. So until next time, may your opponents always call your hits and your BBs fly true.